So a leadoff single comes to naught for the Goddard Lady Rockets after a half inning. Goddard nothing. Lovington coming to bat. This is Lady Cat Softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you.
For Goddard in the top of the first, no runs, no hits. Rather, no runs, one hit, no errors, and one runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the first inning. No score on the board. Leading things off, it'll be Avery Marquez. She'll be followed by Honey Morales and Angelina Corral. For the for the Goddard Lady Rockets, their defense lines up this way. Casals in the ring. Hernandez is her battery mate. Marquez, Linares, Chavez, and Cannon from first to third. Outfield left to right, Roybal, Sandoval, and Lopez. So it'll be Marquez to lead things off, the center fielder for these Lovington Lady Cats, as she will settle into the right side box, takes a couple of practice cuts, and will step in to face off against Casals. Field ball playing back on the air. The deep center field. Sandoval goes out, and she watches that one go. Bye-bye, softball. Touch them all. Avery Marquez, the leadoff dinger to put the Lovington Lady Cats up by a score of 1-0. She was sitting back on that fastball and took it out of here to straightaway center. Now, Avery Marquez will touch them all and give the Lovington Lady Cats the early 1-0 lead. So just like that, the Lovington Lady Cats jumping out on top. So now Honey Morales will step in, the second baseman, as the Lady Cats have taken the early 1-0 lead on the solo shot to lead it off by Avery Marquez. So the first pitch to Morales inside, and ding-dong. That one's going to get her in the left shoulder, so hit by pitch. And the Lady Cats are in business. Now it'll be third baseman Angelina Corral. You're going to think maybe Casals might have gotten just a bit rattled by that leadoff home run. So it comes way inside to Morales. The line and the pitch, and that one's going to be up and away. Ball one to Corral. Ball one to Corral. 1 ball, no strikes is the count. Runner at first is Morales. Casals gets her sign from Hernandez, kicks and fires, and that one's going to be at the letters. Good pitch. And evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Corral, of course, wears number 13 on the blue pinstripe jersey. She steps out, looks down. Coach McCraw back in, and the 1-1 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be chopped on the ground to the shortstop. Chavez comes with it, goes the short way, tries to go around the horn, but not in time. And so they will get Morales 6-4 for out number 1. Corral will reach via the fielder's choice. So 1 down, and now it'll be Alexa Bell, the DP, stepping to the plate for the Lovington Lady Cats. Now the runner at first is Angelina Corral. So 1 down, 1 run across for the Lady Cats here in the first as Casals kicks and fires. Bell takes the first one outside. Runner goes, and the throw down not going to be in time, and that one is going to squirt out into center field as Corral rounds second. She is heading to third, and so the throwing error will advance Angelina Corral all the way to third, so another run now potentially is just 60 feet away for the Lovington Lady Cats. I believe that was ball 1. I'm going to go with that. And now a runner at third, a 1-0 count to Bell. The line and the pitch swung on. That one is going to be popped up over on the right side, and that one is going to fall harmlessly into foul territory, and so we'll even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Lovington leading this one early by a score of 1-0 on a leadoff solo shot by Avery Marquez. Obviously, if it's a leadoff, it's a solo shot. The 1-1 pitch to Bell swung on. That's a chopper to shortstop. Chavez comes with it, fires to first, and it is out of the glove of the first baseman Marquez as Bell heads to second, scoring all the way from third. Bell heading to third. The throw is not going to be in time. So Bell has the RBI. And Corral will score as Bell will go all the way to third on the E3, and Lovington is up 2-0. And so a good throw there from Chavez, but Marquez not able to handle it as Coach Zamora going to come out and talk to his charges. Lovington looking to put the hurt on him early here. They've taken the 2-0 lead, just one out. But all four of the Lady Cats, 3 of the 4 Lady Cats have gotten a piece of the ball. I guess technically Honey Morales did too, although it hit her. So a 2-0 lead as Corral scores. Bell reaches on an RBI fielder's choice and then gets to stay on via the E3. And then moves all the way to third. Good hustle there from Bell. So now it'll be Sienna DePorto. She's got park power, and the first pitch to Sienna will be outside corner, called strike one. So a 0-ball, 1-strike count. DePorto is the hitter. Runner at first is Alexa Bell. 0-1 the count. Lovington leads 2-0. Casals, the quick worker, kicks and fires. That one is going to be high. And we'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Lovington in the lead, 2-0. Casals to Hernandez, kicks and fires, and that one is going to be up and away for ball 2. So a 2-ball, 1-strike count, 1 down. Bell at third. 2 runs across for the Lady Cats here in this top of the first inning. As Casals will check her wristband, now gets the sign confirmed from Hernandez, kicks and fires, swung on. That one's right back up the middle. That'll be an RBI single for Sienna DePorto as Sandoval gets it and gets it back in, but it is just like that, 3-0 in favor of your Lovington Lady Cats. So 3-0, keep the line moving. Annalie Chavarria will step to the plate right now with the runner at first in the form of DePorto. Annalie Chavarria will step in as the wind continues to gust. Coach Stephen McCraw giving instructions to Chavarria and flashing signs over to DePorto at first. Now Chavarria going to settle back in as Casals will kick and deal. Chavarria shows bunt, pulls it back. A throw down to second. That's going to be in time. No, not in time. As making a great move to swim around the tag is the courtesy. Is that Sienna out there? Is Chloe Corral? I thought it was. I couldn't see for sure. So Corral slides around the tag and will steal second. So Corral courtesy running for the catcher DePorto. That was strike one, so a 0-ball, 1-strike count to Chavarria. And the wind and the pitch, and that one's going to bounce. It's going to get away from Hernandez. Corral on her horse, and she'll head over to third on the passed ball. So now another run potentially just 60 feet away. The Lady Cats already up 3-0. They'd like to extend things out here. And so Chavarria back in. And the pitch, and that one is going to be in the dirt, ball 2. So it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Annalie Chavarria is the hitter for the Lovington Lady Cats. Corral at third, courtesy running for DePorto. Hernandez crouches, Casals kicks and fires, swung on. That'll be a little dribbler, going to find its way through the middle, and that will score Corral from third. And it is another RBI single for the Lovington Lady Cats. Chavarria takes it right back up the middle, gets the RBI, and Lovington quickly now with the 4-0 lead. So 4-0 is now the first baseman. Jocelyn Olguin steps to the plate. Chavarria over at first after the RBI single. Lovington has put the crooked number up on the board, the 4 spot, and they are still batting as the wind and the pitch, and that one is going to be just low for ball 1. A 1-ball, no strike count. As Coach McCraw hollering across the base pass to Chavarria, flashing a couple of signs to Olguin as well, and the pitch, and that riser is going to rise out of the zone, ball 2. A 2-ball, no strike count. Runner at first is Chavarria. Olguin with a 2-0 count at the plate. There is 1 down. We are in the top of the first. Lovington leading 4-0. And the pitch swung on, and that's a hard shot into the glove of Cannon. She'll go the short way to second to... And so there is two away. O'Gean will reach on the fielder's choice. And Chavarria will be out 5-4 for out number 2. And that, she hit it hard, but just right at Cannon, standing over at third. So now it'll bring Lainey Udahara to the plate, the pitcher with an opportunity to help her own cause. And the first pitch from Lainey will be shot over to the tennis courts on the right side, strike one. A no ball, 1 strike count to Lainey Udahara. Runner at first now is Jocelyn O'Gean. Udahara steps out a moment. Now she's back in. 4-0. The Lady Cats in the lead here in the first. And the pitch outside. So a 2-ball, no strike count. And the 2-0 pitch swung on and missed. Took a little bit off of that one for strike one. Got her well out in front. It's a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Got the modem into the shade now. Hopefully that'll solve the problem. The 2-1 pitch swung on, and that one is hit high in the air to left center field as that one's going to bounce off the fence as Chavarria and Marquez. A little bit of confusion over who is supposed to get it, and it'll be a leadoff double for Alyssa Linares. Shoots that one out to the wall in left center, and a little bit of miscommunication between the Lady Cat outfielders, and it'll be a leadoff double for the Goddard Lady Rockets and Alyssa Linares. That'll be the shortstop, Avery Chavez, to the plate. As Chavez will step in, her team trailing 4-0. Udahara can bear down, though, after that, and she probably will. And the first pitch is going to be a fastball in there called strike one. No balls, 1 strike is the count. Outfield playing fairly deep. Chavarria in left, shading slightly over towards the power alley. And the 0-1 pitch, that one is going to be right down the pipe, knee high. Called strike two. Chavez may not see a better pitch to take a poke at the entire district season. Laney put it in there, and Chavez not ready to pull the trigger. And the 0-2 pitch, and that one trying to get her to chase is away. Ball 1. 1-ball, 2-strike count. 4-0. Lovington in the lead, top of the second. Runner at second is Linares, who had a leadoff double. It's a 1-2 count. Udahara kicks and fires, swung on, and that one will be popped out of play on the right side. And so Chavez will stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lovington worked around a leadoff hit in the first inning. Going to try and do the exact same here in the second. Udahara retakes the rubber, and the 1-2 pitch swung on. That one is going to be popped up, and that one is going to hit right next to the press box here. So fighting off another good pitch is Avery Chavez to stay alive. So the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Chavez settles back in, Udahara gets the sign from DePorto, and she is ready to go. 1-2 pitch on the way again. Swung on and missed. Got her with the changeup. Ring her up and sit her down. That'll be the 3rd K of the ball game for Lainey Udahara. And that'll bring 1 down, and Krishana Casals, the pitcher, to the plate. So the Lady Rockets pitcher now with a chance to help her own cause with a runner in scoring position and 1 down. Udahara gets the sign from DePorto, kicks and fires, and that one is going to hit her. Sounded like it got the bat, but they're going to say it got her hand first. Yeah, they're going to say it got her on the hand. Sounded like it got bat, but Casals hit by the pitch. So that'll put runners at first and second as Alexia Carrasco, the DP, will come to the plate. We will have a courtesy runner check into the ball game for Goddard. That'll be Brittany Daniel to run for the pitcher. So Daniel stands at first after Casals hit by the pitch. And so Alexia Carrasco will step to the plate with runners at first and second and 1 down. Top of the second, Lovington up 4-0. DePorto sending some signals out to the defense, and, well, now Carrasco going to say, all right, let's make them think about it just a minute. Pretty good crowd on hand here for a little morning softball as we inch towards afternoon, and the wind and the pitch. Fastball inside corner. Yes, ma'am, strike 1. So a no ball, 1 strike count. And there is 1 down here in this top of the second inning, and the wind and the pitch. That one going to be on the outside corner, called strike 2. So a no ball, 2 strike count. Lovington Lady Cats leading this one by a score of 4-0. 0-2 pitch from Udahana. The riser rises out of the zone. That'll be ball one. So it'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike count. As Laney looks in, gets the sign from Deporto, kicks and fires. That one's going to be in the air. A little dribbler that's going to fall in down the right field line. That may get a run home as the throw in going to be cut off. And that will score Linares as she'll come around. Casals, or rather Daniel, will move to third, and it's an RBI single for Carrasco. Just hit him where they ain't, and that's exactly what she did, just right down the line. She'll move to second on the throw in. And so now it's 4-1. Goddard is on the board here in the second. So that'll bring the number 9 hitter, Annika Roybal, to the plate, the left fielder. So Roybal, the number 9 hitter, steps in with one down and runners at second and third. Daniel at third, got Osco at second. And now the number 9 hitter, Roybal, to the plate. First pitch from Udahana, fastball inside corner. Yes, ma'am, strike one. No balls, 1 strike. Outfield playing fairly deep. Marquez playing about 3/4 of the way back. In a little bit at right is Reyes. A 1 pitch tries to come inside and a snap throw down and not going to be in time as diving back in is Daniel. And the count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Think about Deporto. She's not afraid to snap it around the infield if she thinks she's got to play. Good catch by Corral at third. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count, 1 down. 4-1 the score. And the pitch swung on right back up the middle, and the line shot is going to be caught by Udahana, and the slap tag put down as she fires quickly to Corral. Not in time as Daniel dives back into the bag at third, but it'll be a line out to the pitcher, and there are 2 away. And so turn the page now back to the top of the lineup with Alexis Sandoval. Sandoval took the second pitch she saw. Bit of a tongue twister for me this morning, and shot it right back up the middle. Was left stranded in the first. She does that here. This is a 1-run ball game, and the first pitch will be off speed and away, ball 1. So the 1 ball, no strike count. As Sandoval steps out a moment, now steps back in. Daniel at third, Carrasco at second. 2 down and the 1-0 pitch, and that one will be on the outside corner. Even things up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Good pitch from Lady Udahana. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count from Udahana. As Sandoval steps out, now she steps back in. And the 1-1 pitch, and that one's going to be low for ball 2. Deporto not even wasting any time, although Daniel scrambling back over to third. With 2 ball, 1 strike count, there are 2 down. And the wind and the pitch, the riser rises out of the zone. That'll be ball 3. So the 3 ball, 1 strike count. Stepping out now, stepping back in is Alexis Sandoval. So 3-1 the count, 4-1 Lovington in the lead. And the 3-1 pitch swung on, and that one will be dribbled foul. Coach Zamora will handle that in the third base box, and that'll run the count full to Sandoval. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. Runners at second and third, and 1 run across for the Lady Rockets of Goddard. The 3-2 pitch payoff, and that one is going to be low for ball 4, and that'll walk the bases loaded for Goddard. They're threatening here in the top of the second. So now Erica Cannon will step to the plate. Cannon flew out to left her last time up. So Cannon will step in with the bases juiced and 2 outs. Her team trails by 3. Udahana, you got to be a little careful here, but you can't be so careful that you walk in a run. First pitch to Cannon, swung on. That one's a chopper back up the middle. It's gobbled up by Hernandez. Fires over to Holguin at first in time. So score that one 6-3 for out number 3. Goddard puts a run across, but leaves them loaded in the second. After an inning and a half, it's Lovington 4, Goddard 1. Back for more Lovington Lady Cat softball momentarily from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Nowell Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Nowell Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Nowell Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Nowell Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
Welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Softball from Newellmark Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Goddard puts a run on the board in the top of the second. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 3 runners on base. So we will head to the bottom of the second. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for the Lady Cats. Reyes, Marquez, and Morales. Ani Reyes will lead things off for the Lovington Lady Cats. Marquez, who had the solo shot to lead things off, will step in. All right, yeah, Don Morgan will be joining us momentarily, and the first pitch is in there, strike 1 to Reyes. And the pitch from Casals, that one will be low, evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So a 1 ball, 1 strike count just underway here in the bottom of the second. And we're working through some internet issues here this morning. I think our box overheated. The 1-1 pitch swung on, and that one is chopped off the fist. Gets past the second baseman as it rolls up the arms of Linares. And so reaching is Anaí Reyes. If Linares goes down and gets that one, doesn't try to backhand it, I think that is probably an out. So we're going to score that one as an E4. So Reyes will reach on the E4. And so that'll put the runner at first again. If Linares had time to get in front of that one, tried to backhand it. So it'll be the E4 as now Avery Marquez will step in, and the first pitch will be away, and that's going to get away from Hernandez. So that'll put Reyes over at second on the wild pitch. So now runner in scoring position, and it's ball 1 to Marquez at the plate. A 1 ball, no strike count. Somebody allergies bunting. I seriously doubt Avery's going to bunt. And so the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to be up and away, ball 2. With 2 ball, no strike count. Runner at second is Reyes, reached via the air. She's speedy. She might have beaten it out. And the 2-0 pitch, and that one's going to be up and away, ball 3. You got to think that maybe Casals is going to just be a little bit tentative with Marquez. She took the second pitch she saw and hit it back off towards the training center. And the 3-0 pitch inside, ball 4. So walks are on 4 straight pitches. Did not give Avery anything to look at. And so that'll bring Honey Morales to the plate. Now runners at first and second. Reyes at second. Marquez at first. And Morales will step in. Morales was hit by a pitch back in the first inning and got thrown out the front end of a fielder's choice. 4-1 the score in the first pitch, and pulling that one back as it's going to bounce on the plate. And so that'll move everybody over. Marquez to second. Reyes to third on another wild pitch from Casals, and it is ball 1 at the plate. The hitter is Honey Morales. A 1 ball, no strike count to Honey. Now runners at second and third, nobody out. Lovington trying to do some damage, get that run back and more here in the second. And the wind and the pitch swung on and missed as Morales chases one that might have drifted outside. The one she liked, though, evens it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Marquez at second, Reyes at third. And the pitch, that one outside. Casals thinking, well, she went outside a minute ago. Maybe she'll go a little further outside this time. Didn't happen. And so it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Nobody down. Lovington leading 4-1, opening game of the district schedule. 2-1 pitch, and that one is going to be outside, ball 3. Goddard faithful thinking that one maybe nipped the corner, and the umpire says, yeah, well, it was on the corner, but it was low, boys. So it's a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Morales at the plate. Casals gets the sign and the 3-1 pitch swung on and missed. Went golfing for one, and that'll run the count full to Honey Morales. So the full count to Morales. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Casals in the ring, looks into Hernandez, and the payoff pitch swung on and missed. Took something off of that one, and Morales will go down swinging. Second K of the ball game for Casals, and there is one away for the Lady Cats, and that'll be Angelina Corral. Grounded into the fielder's choice, but did score back in the first. So she'll step in with 1 down and 2 on. Marquez at second, Reyes at first. And the pitch swung on, and that'll be a chop shot. Chavez at short gets it, fires it over to first in time. Throw across the field, not going to be in time, but it'll be a sac RBI for Corral, as that will score Reyes. And so the Lady Cats will get the run back. And so now Alexa Bell will step in. So 2 down now for Lovington as Alexa Bell will step in. She had an RBI fielder's choice, reached via the error in the first inning. So Alexa will step in, runner at third, and the first pitch, Bell will chop that one to Chavez at short, and it gets under her glove and is going to go out into center field. That'll score the run. With 2 outs, no RBI awarded on the E6. But it will score another run as Marquez will come in. So Bell reaches. And it's now 6-1 in favor of the Lovington Lady Cats. And now Sienna DePorto had the RBI single and scored her last time up. She'll step to the plate with Bell standing at first. So Casals having some problems. 5-run lead for the Lady Cats, and the first pitch is going to be at the letters on the outside corner, called strike 1. So a 1-ball, no strike count. As Casals, the quick worker, kicks and fires. That'll be another chop shot. Going to be gobbled up at short and fired across the diamond to first in time. 6-3 for out number 3. But Lovington Frankenstein's a couple more runs on the board. Lady Cats lead this one 6-1 as we head to the third. This is Lovington Lady Cats softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you.
Welcome back to Lovington Lady Cats softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan alongside will be joining us momentarily. Lovington gets 2 runs, no hits. Goddard commits 2 errors, and there's 1 runner left on base as we head to the top of the third. Juliet Hernandez leads off, followed by Andrea Manzanares and then Alyssa Linares. So 3, 4, and 5, the heart of the order, due up for the Goddard Lady Rockets. Now Hernandez, a strikeout victim. Her last time up, she will step in. Udahata in the ring, kicks and fires. First pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up behind the bag at second. Going over and making the grab is Morales on the pop out for out number 1. So the pop 4 for out number 1 on the first pitch. So now Andrea Manzanares to the plate. Manzanares also striking out her first appearance, so she is 0 for 1. 1 down now, Lovington up by 5, 6-1. We are in the third inning, game 1 of this district doubleheader. DePorto gives the signs. Udahata ready, kicks and fires. That one is up high for ball 1 to the cleanup hitter, Manzanares. Manzanares, the first baseman for these Lady Rockets. Beautiful morning turning into afternoon for softball here in Lovington. And the 1-0 pitch, that one is the riser, and it rises out of the zone for ball 2. And with 2 ball, no strike count, 6-1, Lovington in the lead, 1 down. We are in the top of the 3rd inning, opening game of this district doubleheader. 2-0 pitch on the way, and that one is going to be inside, just inside, ball 3. Like a pretty good pitch from up here, but must have been just off the plate on the inside corner. And with 3 ball, no strike count, have to see if Manzanares has the take sign on. And so the kick and the pitch, and that one will be on the inside corner, strike 1. Oh, a 3 ball, 1 strike count.
Can't see.
And Dawn, just tell me what you need.
All right, we can't see first base, or there's just a little too.
All right, and the wind and the pitch, and that one is going to be foul down the third base line. I know we can't see first base because we're moving the camera, but.
Well, okay. I'm just passing that on.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
looking at the view, and you can't see the full field.
Yeah, we are zoomed in a little bit and moving the camera, so we'll move it out just a little bit. So a 3 ball, 2 strike count to Manzanares. As Udahara kicks and the payoff pitch swung on, and that'll be a little dinker that's going to find its way through. Just a little bloop, going to fall behind third, and then it's going to roll into foul territory. And all the way to the fence, getting to it quickly is Chavarria. But making it over to first is Manzanares on the bloop single to left. So 1 out now and 1 on for the Goddard Lady Rockets. And hi, Dawn Morgan.
Hello.
Welcome in.
Yeah, it's nice to be here.
A flying trip, I know.
Very quick, but I'm happy to be here. And, of course, the game going on, and it's a beautiful day for it, for sure.
Certainly is. As Alyssa Lenatos will step in, she had a ringing double back in the 2nd inning. Is that one? I almost got the foul ball. Do you get a Coke if you get the foul ball? Get the ball out of play
No,
here?
you might get conked on the head, and they throw Coke on you to wake you up.
Oh, okay.
But that ball narrowly missed coming into the window here, the broadcast window booth. Beautiful day, Lovington ahead. That's always good to roll up and see when we're ahead in the game, even though it's early.
Yes, it is. Big open stance for Lenatos, and the pitch swung on, and that one is going to be drilled, but it is going to go foul over on the left field side of things. So strike 2, Lenatos got around, jumped on that one from Udahara quickly, just got around on it a little too fast.
Well, Udahara took a little off. That was an off-speed pitch. He took a little off, and, luckily the batter was way out in front of it.
And the pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up over on the right side. O'Gean goes over, and will watch it go out of play over the Lovington dugout. So the count stays, no balls, 2 strikes.
So she picked up the speed and put that one over the outside of the plate. So Udahara working the batter, trying to work the speeds and the placement of those pitches, just trying to keep her honest at the bat.
0-2 pitch on the way, swung on, and that one will be a little chop shot. Handled up by Hernandez. Gets it to second, over to first, but not in time. But they will get the lead runner. Good move there, as they'll get Manzanares 6-4 for out number 2, and Lenatos will reach on the fielder's choice.
I tell you what, that was a valiant effort at a double play, and it almost worked. She the runner was able to beat that out only by about a step, but nicely turned double play by Lovington, showing some sharp fielding.
So now Avery Chavez will step to the plate. She struck out back in the 2nd, 0 for 1. First pitch, and Udahara blows that one by her, strike 1.
Yeah, nice pitch, kind of on the inside of the corner, and a lot of spin on that, and pretty good speed. Not her fastest, but a good medium speed pitch, right? Placed well.
A 1 pitch and a little check, and she holds up on it. Didn't chase the high one, ball 1.
Didn't miss by much, that's for sure, but just a little bit high and just maybe just a smidge outside as well.
So a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Lenatos is the hitter. Runner at first is, or rather Lenatos over at first, and
good
Chavez
pitch.
The hitter. Yes, it was a good pitch. Strike 2.
Nice fastball right there, just above the knees. Good cut at it, but nice pitch and a strike.
0-2 the count, the wind and the pitch, and that one just going to miss low for ball 2.
Yep. It's tough to see one now. I think Udahara also kind of snapped her glove at that one, thinking that could have been a call. That was right on the edge, I think. Could have been called a strike or a ball.
2-2 pitch on the way, and that riser going to be out and away for ball 3. So that'll run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Runner on first.
Avery Chavez is the hitter, the number 6 hitter for the Lady Rockets of Goddard. With 3-ball, 2-strike count, the kick and the pitch. Payoff pitch, ring her up and sit her down. Got her swinging, and down go the Lady Rockets in their half of the third. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Lovington 6, Goddard 1. This is Lovington Lady Cat softball from New Walmart Digital and 1 Radio Square Sports.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat softball from New Walmart Digital and 1 Radio Square Sports. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on for Goddard in their half of the third. We go to the bottom of the third. It'll be Annalise Chavarria, Jocelyn Olguin, and Lainey Utahada. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Lady Cats here in their half of the third. The 5-run lead in the opening game of this district season. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Dawn Morgan. Hi, Dawn. Good afternoon.
And good afternoon.
Short, soon to be afternoon. It's still
Okay.
morning officially.
All right, not by much.
So Chavarria, an RBI single. Their last time up is 1-for-1. Leads off in the bottom of the third, and the first pitch from Casals is on the outside corner, called strike 1.
So Lovington, even with the 5-run lead, they want to pad that, of course.
Certainly do. They'd like to get a few more on there, maybe in the first game early. And that one's going to be a hard shot that's going to find its way through into center field. That one was a little odd, as it looked like it was going to be a lot harder, and it got behind second and just kind of died. But it's a leadoff single.
I tell you what, she kind of had to reach up and out to swat at that. She really just got that on the end of the bat and really placed it more than anything. Swung straight away, and it sailed right over the pitcher's head in due center. And a nice base hit. Very solid.
And that'll be Jocelyn Olguin, reached via the fielder's choice and was left stranded in the first. She's 0-for-1 in the first pitch, and that one's going to look like came out of the hand of Casals a little bit funny and sailed on her a little bit. I'm not sure that was an intentional rise ball. Ball 1, no matter how you look at it. So the 1-ball, no strike count. Casals kicks and fires. That fastball is going to be letter high, but outside, ball 2.
Catcher did a nice job of trying to frame that up. She held that and kind of moved that in over the corner of the plate a little bit. Didn't buy it. He said, nope, it was outside by about a ball's width.
Moved it a little bit too much.
Right.
And the 2-0 pitch swung on, and that one is hit high in the air out to left field. The left fielder, Roybal, goes over and will make the grab in front of the warning track. And so Olguin gives it a ride, but comes up short, and there is one away. Having to scamper back to first is Chavarria's Roybal. Got that one back in quickly, and not able to tag up and take a base was Chavarria. So now Utahara will step in, chance to help her own cause. She's 0-for-1 in the ball game.
Yeah, that ball just went a little too far up and not out enough to move the runner around.
Laney turns on that one inside, and that one is going to get out of play. I'm giving chase his Cannon.
Wow, and I'm glad that actually fell outside of the fence, because Cannon was there, and had that been in front of the dugout, she would have been in place to maybe catch that. Good hustle, credit where credit's due, but good thing that fell out of play.
Yeah, Laney turned on that one quick, like she was waiting on it.
She snapped that bat around and got that.
0-1 count to Utahara, and that pitch from Casals will be outside, ball 1, as Hernandez fakes a throw over to first. No throw. Chavarria would have been back safely no matter what. So it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. 1 out, 1 on. Cats up by 5. Casals kicks and pitches, and the pitch will be fouled off and over our heads and out of play to the parking lot.
Kind of a reach up and out to get that one as well. But, hey, if that's a sweet spot and you're a batter and you know you can do something with that, then swing at it all day long. This one, she just not enough
1-2 pitch on the way, swung on, and that's a hard shot that's going to find its way through into left field as Roy Ball will get it, but it's a one-out, one-on single for Lainey Udahata. Hit that one hard on the ground and got it past Chavez, who's seen a lot of action today. So that'll put runners at first and second as Annalie Reyes to the plate. Reyes led off the second, reached via an error. So she'll step in. We will have a courtesy runner check into the ball game for Lovington. We'll double-check that number. I believe that may be Anahi Quiroga.
So runners on first and second for Lovington. Just one out.
As Reyes will step in, and the first pitch, she takes that one. It's a little line shot out to right, and that one is going to fall. Everybody has to wait, and that gets away from Lopez as she misread it as coming around is Chavarria and heading home. And so it will be not going to be an RBI because of the way that one worked, but Chavarria will score. Udahata and their Quiroga will move all the way to third, and Reyes has the single and then moves to second on the E9.
And they got her on the throw, so that was an out.
Oh, no.
Yep.
So the assist came in to Linares, so that will be a 9 to 4 to 5.
Right.
Out number 2. But we still got the run as turn it over and top of the lineup, Marquez. Yeah. First pitch is going to be in there, strike one. I'm surprised she gave Marquez anything to hit at all after she took the second pitch she saw and took it out of here. She's scored twice, 1 for 1 in the line in the pitch, and fouls that one off the end of the bat for strike 2.
And if she didn't stand up so close in the box, she wouldn't have been able to reach that. But she likes that. That's her stance pretty close to the plate, and that gives her good reach across the plate, and that's how she could reach that. But unfortunately, it went foul.
0-2 pitch, and that one going to go well outside. Ball 1. As Casals trying to get Marquez to chase. Runner at second is Reyes. His single moved to second on an error, which scored a run. Lovington up 7-1, and the pitch, and that one is going to be low and almost gets away from Hernandez, manages to block it out, which will keep Reyes over at second.
Yeah, it actually hit the front of the plate, and she did a good job of knocking that down and keeping it in front of her. Otherwise, that might have been Lovington runner on third. We would have taken that.
2-2 pitch swung on, and that'll be a hard shot. Chavez will get it, though. It's short, fires it across the diamond. A good stretch, and it is in time for Marquez at first, and will get the out. So Marquez is out to Marquez, 6-3 for out number 3. But the Lady Cats put another run on the board. We head to the fourth. Lovington 7, Goddard 1. This is Lovington Lady Cats softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now a Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now a Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now a Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now a Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
For the Lovington Lady Cats in their half of the third inning, 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error committed by Goddard, and 1 runner is left on base. So we head to the fourth. It's Lovington 7, Goddard 1. Alongside Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us on this beautiful now Saturday afternoon for softball. Leading it off, it'll be Kishana Casals, the pitcher, leads off here in the fourth. Lainey Udahata kicks and fires, takes the first pitch over onto the right side, and coming up down the line is Olguin, and will make the grab for out number 1 on the pop-out. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's efficiency.
That is, and Lovington, boy, she had a beat on that right away. Looked up, caught it, tracked it, and made a few steps in on it for out number 1. Good to see Lovington slugging as well, man. They really came to hit today, and it was nice to watch them at bat work some hits and around the bases and add that run in that last at bat. So now they got padded it just a little bit.
So Alexia Carrasco to the plate, and she'll take the first pitch from Udahata. I guess that was low, ball one. Looked pretty good from up here.
It did. It looked like it was. She dialed it in over the plate. It must have been just a little bit low.
So a 1 ball, no strike count. There's one down. We're in the top of the fourth inning. Lovington with a 6-run lead, 7-1. And the pitch, and that one's going to be at the top of the zone. Evens it up at 1-1. Good pitch there from Laney.
Very nice pitch on the outer part of the plate as well. And
outfield playing straight away. Reyes playing fairly short and right. Everybody else deep. Infield, their normal positions. 1-1 pitch.
Ooh,
outside corner, called strike two. Yes, ma'am.
That was beautiful. Nice little slider. Caught the corner. And took a little bit of speed off of that. Good spin on it. I think even if the batter had connected with it, would have had some trouble with that pitch.
So the 1 ball, 2 strike count swung on, and that's a line shot, and that's going to find its way through all the way to the wall in left as Chavarria has to pull up before she collides with the wall. Will get it in, but it'll be a 1-out double for Alexia Carrasco. So the 1-out double, and now Goddard with a runner in scoring position again. They've had a runner in scoring position every inning but the last one, but they have had base runners in every inning.
Good job hustling to get that ball, to chase it over. That can be tricky. The corners where the gates are, where that meets, that can be really tough over there. She made quick work of that, made a good throw in to cut off person, and kept that a double and not a triple.
Number 9 hit a Roy ball in. She'll just pop it up, and DePorto can't handle it, and so it's going to fall in, and so that'll go in and out of the glove of DePorto, and so it'll actually be an E2 as DePorto has to lay out for it, but Roy ball will reach on the air. DePorto not using two hands. I think if Sienna doesn't get to that one, Dawn, that it probably kicks foul.
It probably would have. I know her. That's just so tough to have to write down because your instinct is to go after it and get that, and I'm sure she thought she could, but, man, she gave it everything she got. She just couldn't hang on to it, and unfortunately, stayed fair.
So Sandoval steps in, and she'll take the first pitch from Urahara on the outside corner, called strike one.
Nice pitch. I tell you, Urahara is pretty sharp on it today. From even the little that I've seen since I've gotten here, some good work on the mound.
Sandoval was single back in the first, walked in the second. She's 1 for 1, and the 0-1 pitch took a little bit off of that one, and it'll hit the outside corner, strike two.
And I always say, it's you can work and work and work as a pitcher, but half of your job that you do is with your catcher. And so, you've got to credit where credit's due there to the full battery.
As the 0-2 pitch, and that one is going to be up and away, ball one, trying to get Sandoval to chase. Goddard threatens a little bit here in the top of the fourth inning. Runners at first and second, one down. They trail by 6. It's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Sandoval is the hitter. Back to the top of the lineup for the Lady Rockets.
Lovington wants to make sure they don't.
1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Ring her up and sit her down as the changeup gets Sandoval out in front. 5th K of the ball game for Urahara, and there are 2 down here in the 4th.
Yeah, really nice. Good, smart pitching. Sometimes it's not about your speed necessarily. It's about how you work the ball and work the batters. And you've got to be thinking out there all the time and working with your catcher and your coach. Lovington needs to just shut them down, make sure they don't have a breakout at bat.
Cannon at 0-2 steps in, a snap throw down, and no tag applied, but a big throw down from DePorto to Olgain, trying to get Roybal sleeping over there.
From her knees, no less. DePorto didn't even get up all the way to snap the ball down there with an accurate throw. Really nice. She's got a good arm.
Runner at first is Roybal. Runner at second is Carrasco. 2 down. And the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that's a line shot going to find its way through into shallow left field. Chavarria gets to it and will toss it in quickly, and that's going to force Coach Zamora to hold up Carrasco at third, but it's a 1-out single for Cannon.
Well, Lovington fielded that as well as you could. I mean, keeping it to a single, keeping anybody from crossing the plate is the best you could hope for with a line drive shot like that could not be caught. So kudos to Lovington. Now there's a force on any base, and this isn't such a bad situation since they do have
2 out.
Yeah, 2 outs.
So not as concerning, but you've got to be careful because you are getting into the heart of the Lady Rocket lineup. The number 3 hitter Hernandez steps in. She is 0 for 2 on the day, and the first pitch will be up high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strike count as you've got Cannon at first, Roybal at second, Carrasco at third. 2 down, a 6-run lead for Lovington, but they'd like to keep it 6. The time to bear down as DePorto down, given the signs. Urahara has what she wants. And the 1-0 pitch, off-speed pitch, and snap throw down, and the tag on, not in time to get Lopez. And it was just a bit outside, ball 2 for Hernandez.
Yeah, very close to being able to be called a strike on that. And I think Goddard wants to just nibble around the edges of the plate. She's trying to do that and still throw it close enough to be a strike.
2-0 pitch swung on, and that one will be high in the air to deep center field. Going back, and that one is off the top of the wall, and it is out of here. It is a grand salami for Juliet Hernandez. And just like that, the score becomes a much closer affair. 7-5 on the grand slam by Cannon.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
It's the scenario you don't want to see, right?
Takes it out to center field. Yeah, absolutely you don't want to see it.
Yeah, with bases loaded, even with no outs. You don't want to see that. And unfortunately, that was just a fastball right up the middle, and she teed off on that. I'm surprised it carried. It did not look like it when it left the bat, it didn't look like it was going to carry completely out, and of course it did hit the top of the fence, but still, a lot of damage done, but that's okay. Lovington needs to take a deep breath, get this third out, get back into the dugout for damage control.
So now it'll be Manzanares, the first baseman, in, and she'll take the first pitch for strike one, a grand salami. You don't see that one every day, the grand slam.
Yep.
From Goddard. So Lovington playing with fire. They left them loaded in the second. Next pitch outside. Ball 1 evens it up at 1-1. So they played with fire a little bit in this one, and it burns them that time. Bases loaded, 2 out, grand slam for Hernandez. It's a 1-1 count to Manzanares at the plate, and the 1-1 pitch swung on. That one is hit high in the air over into foul ground on the right side behind the Lovington dugout. And
out of play.
Yep, will fall out of play for strike 2.
And it's tough to bounce back, after something like that. When you're in the field, you need that one out. But Lovington, just focus, take a deep breath, and shut Roswell down. Shut him down. Keep them from keeping this rally going.
And then have a big inning yourself in the
right.
bottom of the fourth. The
That's
1-2 pitch swung on off the hands, and that one's coming into the stands. And ouch, ding-dong. As a fan just caught it in the back of the head. Hope that lady's all right.
I think her hair caught the brunt of it. So that's if there's a good reason for having a Saturday bun up on your head, getting your hair off, that's a good argument right there. Let that take the impact. So, yeah.
If I had
no concussion.
If I had $1 for every time I'd been hit at a baseball or softball field over the years.
Yeah. You'd have a few.
I would. The 1-2 pitch swung on, and that one is... Asking you shall receive, Mr. Miracle.
I think somebody's trying to tell you something.
Maybe it's time for you to take over, Dawn, and I'll just run the camera and the score bug and keep an eye on the technology.
That hit the window right above your head. That was funny.
1-2 pitch swung on, and that one will be a chop shot on the ground. It's gobbled up by Morales at second. Over to Olguin at first in time. 4-3 for out number 3, but the damage is done. A grand slam by Juliet Hernandez for the Goddard Rockets. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Lovington 5, Lovington 7, Goddard 5. I'm having one of those days. So 7-5 our score. Back for the bottom of the fourth. Coming up, this is Lovington Lady Cat Softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, "Good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you."
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
For Goddard in their half of the fourth, 4 runs on 3 hits. Lovington commits 1 error, and there's no runners left on base. So we head to the bottom of the fourth, 7-5. Lovington in the lead. Honey Morales, Angelina Corral, Alexa Bell do up 2, 3, and 4 for the Lady Cats. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Morales 0 for 1. She'll take the first pitch, and that one will go out of play over on the right side. And strike one.
It's good to see Lovington out there. They're going to want to be aggressive, of course, to try to get some of those runs back that they gave up in that last at-bat. But they're going to have to control their impatience just a little bit. You want to focus that energy and wait for the good pitches and the ones that you can really do the most damage with. So that's going to be the challenge here, is that they want every batter is going to be anxious to get up there and help the cause and get a hit and move it around. And it's going to be tempting to go after bad pitches or pitches you can't work with as well.
0-1 pitch, change up, and out in front of that one is Morales, strike two. Yeah, that is sometimes the temptation to try and get it all back. You can't get it in one swing, and you are still winning. They've proven they can hit Casals, and she will make some mistakes in the strike zone. And the 0-2 pitch, and that one outside, ball one, trying to get a chase, didn't get it.
Yeah, Lovington knows they should have the confidence knowing that they have been hitting this pitcher all game. They can put runs on the board, and they need to just get it started right here in this at-bat. Get some of those runs back.
And the 2-1 is going to be high, ball two. 2-2 the count. Nobody out, just underway, bottom of the fourth.
2-run lead for Lovington.
Honey Morales leading off here in the fourth. Open stance. Field sucking in at the corners a little bit. The 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled back into the chain link. So Morales will stay alive at 2-2. I think she was expecting maybe a different pitch there, Dawn, as she came up under it a little bit.
She did, but I think protecting the plate as well, just trying to spoil that off and stay in the box, and she does.
So the 2-ball, 2-strike count. Morales is the hitter. Casals in the ring. Kick and the pitch swung on and just getting a piece of that one to stay alive. Yeah, ticking it off the end of the bat. And Hernandez not able to hang on to it, so Morales will survive to see another pitch. You don't want to let the momentum swing on that home run in the last inning for Goddard.
No, Lovington needs to get out here and really reestablish themselves again. They're still ahead in this.
And that'll be ball three away. An interesting district is you've got 3 of the top 10 teams right now, and I'm not sure where Portales is sitting, but you've got Artesia at 1, Lovington at 3, and Goddard at 7. And the payoff pitch up and in as Morales gets out of the way of it. Almost got hit for the second time in this one.
A little chin music there, as they say.
But works the leadoff walk. And so now it'll be Angelina Corral. Corral reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the first. Had a sack RBI in the second. So she's 0 for 1 officially. And Angelina will step in with a runner at first. That's Honey Morales. As I reset the score bug here. And the first pitch, and that one is going to be away, ball one.
There was a threat to throw down to first, but I kind of wish she had gone ahead and thrown because first baseman was off the bag, not ready for a throw.
Yeah, she might have thrown it over to the baseball field. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to be high, and she will throw it this time, and the snap tag is not going to be in time, is diving back in under the tag of Marquez is Morales, and it's called strike one at the plate. Well, the 1-ball, 1-strike count. Nobody down. Runner at first. Lovington hanging on to a 2-run lead. 1-1 pitch swung on, and that'll be a line shot out to left. That's going to drop in front of Roybal. And so it is the single, and that'll just move the line. That's what you want to do. Just move the line. Get the hits where you can get them and keep it going. So now Alexa Bell to the plate. RBI fielder's choice. Reached via the error in the first. Reached via an error also in the second, so she is 0 for 2, but she's been on base twice and has an RBI and a run scored.
Yeah, good to see runners at first and second. That was a solid line drive shot. So Lovington stepping up the plate saying, hey, you got some runs on us, that's okay, we can get them back.
As Bell going to ask for timeout, Corral at first, Morales at second. Casals still in the pitching circle for Goddard. Hernandez is the catcher. First pitch to Bell, and that one's going to be swung on. That one's going to be drilled to deep left field, and that's bye-bye softball. Touch 'em all. A 3-run dinger for Alexa Bell. Touch 'em all, Miss Bell. As she will score. Corral from first, Morales to second, and Alexa goes into the crowd at home plate. Bye-bye to left center field, and 3 of the 4 runs they gave up They just got him back, Dawn Morgan.
A beautiful ball, man. She just hit that. I knew from the instant that hit the bat, it had that sweet sound to it. It was sailing, and even without the wind, that ball would have sailed well over the fence. So nice job, good hit. Good to have the runners on base already in front of her to be able to get almost maximum RBIs out of that.
So get it back up to a 5-run lead, 10-5 for the Lovington Lady Cats. Still nobody out, and Sienna DePorto steps in. The first pitch to DePorto is going to be upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, missed just a little bit high and outside on that one.
DePorto with the ability to put a little lumber on the ball herself.
She's a slugger.
And the 1-0 pitch, that one's going to be up and away, ball 2. Lovington would love nothing more than to, just get about 5 more right quick and call it an early game 1.
But usually, like any batter with a good eye, she'll take a walk as well as a hit because, if you don't get the pitches to hit, then
2-0, and that curveball is going to be up and in ball 3. Sienna is 1 for 2 at an RBI single and scored in the first. So now a 3-0 count. You got to think maybe Casals a little bit rattled after the home run, and she's being very careful with DePorto and the 3-0 pitch, and that one will be just at the knees, strike 1.
Yeah, she threw the strike when she needed to, of course, on a 3-0 count. Even a slugger like DePorto had the sign on to take the pitch, not swing. You play the percentages.
3-1 pitch, that one's away, ball 4, and so, takes the walk, and will head down to first. Second walk in the inning given up by Casals. And so now it'll be Annalie Chavarria to the plate. She's 2 for 2, run scored and an RBI. Single to center her last time up, leading off in the third. Now it'll be Chavarria. And I apologize if I'm a little behind on the score bug here.
I can take over that if you'd like.
Right.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Doing that, sure.
Trying to keep it out of the sun, keep it from overheating.
Right.
It eats
and
the power. And the first pitch to Chavarria is going to be in there, called strike 1.
Okay. You use a different screen than I normally do, but that's okay. All right, so it'll take me a minute to get used to this. That's fine.
0-1 pitch swung on, and that'll be a line shot. It's going to find its way through into center field past Chavez. Rounded second and heading towards third. The throw to third. Is it in time? Waiting on the call. No, it is not. Is getting into third. Sienna DePorto on her horse and gets to third. Pardon me, that's Chloe Corral and courtesy running for DePorto.
And she did a nice job. I mean, she knew that throw was on the way, and she hit the slide. She slid in under the tag, and it really it wasn't even that close. I mean, she got in there.
So a single for Chavarria. She's 3 for 3. She advances to second on the throw to third, and now it'll be Jocelyn Olguin to the plate. So Chavarria stands at second. Corral courtesy running at third. And now Olguin, she is 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice. You got a feeling she may be due, and she'll take the first pitch and pop it up into just to the shortstop as Chavez, who's been busy today, will get the pop-up for out number 1.
Oh, she wanted that, and instead of hitting, she kind of hit up on it, kind of a golf shot, instead of hitting straight away, and just picked it up just a little too much, scooped it up instead of out for that high pop. So
now it'll be Lainey Urahara. She is 1 for 2. She steps in at a single to left. Her last time up can help her own cause here, leading by 5 with 2 on. First pitch to Lainey is going to be outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. There is 1 down. Corral at third, Chavarria at second. And the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up over on the right side. Going into foul ground is Cannon, but that one is going to bounce off the top of the Goddard dugout as Cannon gets it anyway. Like, okay, I got it on the bounce before it hit the ground. Does that count? The umpire like, nope, it's not.
Can I get half an out on that? I don't know. She is very quick, I have to say, very quick. There at third. You usually say that kind of quickness at shortstop maybe, but good player.
1-1 pitch and checking it up and thinking about it and holding off is Urahara, ball 2. Of course, they don't call third the hot corner for nothing. You do need a little quick to get over there.
You do. But
there's a reason I was a first baseman. The 1-2 pitch, and that one is going to be a hard shot, going to find its way through into left field. That'll score 1 as Coach McCraw going to hold up Chavarria at third, but it is an RBI single for Lainey Urahara to left as it scores Chloe Corral, and will make it an 11-5 ball game. Lady Cats rolling, and now Lady Cats at the corners. We'll have a courtesy runner into the game. That'll be Anahi Quiroga over at first. So Quiroga at first, Chavarria at third. Still just one down for the Lady Cats as Anahi Reyes to the plate.
Lovington really kind of having a good time now that they got that home run. They stretched it back out. You can feel them settling back in.
And the first pitch, and that'll be a little comebacker. It's going to be bobbled by Casals. She'll pick it up, fire over to first, and it is in time. I don't know how she got Reyes. That was a strong throw from Casals. 1-3 for out number 2.
That stretch, really, that's the second time that I've seen the first baseman over there do full splits. Really,
yeah,
do full splits.
That's twice that she's done that,
and has saved that out. With that, so really the ability to kind of do the splits, maintain contact with the bag, and hang on to the ball makes her a valuable first baseman over there. Unfortunately for Lovington,
Marquez will take the first pitch she sees. It is to the second baseman, and in and out of her glove. That'll score 1. That'll score 2, and the E4 puts 2 more up as Avery Marquez on the E4. No RBIs on that one as Chavarria will score. Utahara will score. And so now that'll make it 13-5. And a runner at first is Avery Marquez as we turn it over. We have batted around. Honey Morales back to the plate. She started the inning off with a walk.
And as base runners, and as a base running coach, that's why you keep moving, even if it looks like an easy out.
First pitch to Honey off speed, and she'll swing at it, strike 1.
Because balls get dropped, even those easy ones that look like, okay, innings done.
Use 2 hands. I can hear Coach Doe, my high school baseball coach, screaming 2 hands.
And that's the lesson for the fielder. Yeah.
And the pitch, another off-speed pitch. Morales well out in front of that one, strike 2. So a no ball, 2 strike count, 13-5. Lovington is up by 8. Coach DePorto going to have a word with Honey. While we've got a moment, say a big thank you to Lovington Auto Supply, the Lovington Schools, Bob's Thriftway, Lee County Electric Cooperative, and now Pharmacy, making Lady Cat softball possible here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the channel, by the way, and the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com.
Some good play by Lovington today. Good hitting, but good base running.
2-0 pitch swung on and missed. Got her with another changeup. So that'll set her down and end the inning. But Lovington does the damage as they get them all back. And then some as they put 6 runs across. We head to the 5th. Lovington 5, Goddard, or rather Lovington 13. Goddard 5. I'll get it right eventually. This is Lady Cat Softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
Welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. In the 4th, Lovington 6 runs on 4 hits. 1 error committed by Goddard and 1 runner left on for the Lady Cats. Through 4 innings, 13 runs, 10 hits, 1 error by the Lady Cats and 4 left on base. 5 runs on 7 hits, 4 errors, and 4 runners left stranded for Goddard. Leading it off for the Lady Rockets, it'll be Alyssa Linares, 1 for 2, had a double and scored in the 2nd. Then reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. Lainey Utahara still in the ring, and she'll deal in the dirt. Ball 1 to Linares. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Thank you so much for being with us on a beautiful Saturday afternoon for softball here in Lovington.
Yep, happy to be here, and a good number of fans enjoying this today as well. Got a lot of sunbrellas up and out there. It's bright.
1-0 pitch swung on. That'll be a line shot that's going to find its way through into left field on the hop. Chavarria will get to it, and she'll fire it back into Hernandez at shortstop. But it'll be a leadoff single for Linares.
Yeah, good fielding again by Lovington. Doing the best you can hope for out of that is to hold him at one base only, and Chavarria with a nice stop out there. And that ball really kind of took a funny hop, and it could easily have gone over her head, but she watched it, made that good fielding, made the throw, and here we are with a runner on, yes, but it could have been worse.
So Chavez will step in 0 for 2, and she'll take the first pitch. Belt high, outside corner, called strike one. Nice pitch from Laney. So an 0-ball, 1 strike count just underway, top of the 5th. An 8-run lead for the Lady Cats, 13-5. Runner at first in Linares, and the 0-1 pitch, and that one is going to be at the knees.
Oh, yeah.
Good pitch, strike 2.
It was really nice.
I like to say yes, ma'am.
It was right over the corner.
So now let's see if Laney attacks with a runner at first and an 0-2 count. DePorto gives the signs in the 0-2 pitch, and she does, but it's going to miss outside, ball 1. Trying to see if she'd chase it, I think, a little bit.
Right. Giving her one at the kind of a little off the corner, hoping that it would catch the corner. It was just a little outside. It was.
And now the 1-2 delivery from Utahata, the riser, and it rises out of the zone. DePorto has to come up out of the crouch to get ball 2. Outfield playing deep. Infield pretty much their normal positions with a runner at first. With 2-ball, 2-strike count. Utahata with the sign and the 2-2 pitch, and that one going to just miss outside. Sienna tried to frame it up, and it'll be ball 3. Tried to frame it up, the ump not buying it.
3-2. Count's full now.
So the full count, runner at first, and the payoff pitch from Utahata swung on, and that one is heading over to the tennis courts. So we'll reset and try 3-2 again.
It was a nice fastball at the knees, though, and not a bad pitch when the count is full, knowing that it is going to slide in at the bottom of the zone. And the batter had to protect the plate.
Payoff pitch, and that one's going to be low for ball 4 as Utahata goes from 2-0 up to losing Chavez to the walk. Ball 4, so that'll put runners at first and second.
So no outs.
So now it'll be Krishana Casals. 0 for 1, popped out an inning ago, was hit by a pitch and left stranded in the second. So the pitcher with a chance to help her own cause out here in the 5th. First pitch to Casals. She'll take that one, and she will drill it foul out of play way down the left field line. Strike 1.
Way out in front of that pitch, sitting on it, and pulled it all the way around out of play to the left.
Just a long strike 1. Runner at first is Chavez. Runner at second is Linares. 1-0 count to Casals, the pitcher at the plate. Lovington up in the pitch, and that one's heading to the softball field. Strike 2.
Again, nice pitch. A little spin on that, and right at the outside corner.
As Goddard continues to threaten in this one. They got 4 runs on a grand slam an inning ago. Lovington does not want a repeat performance, and the 0-2 pitch swung on, and that'll be a line shot. Going to bounce in front of Marquez in center as Avery will get it back in quickly. So it is a nobody out single, and now Goddard really threatens with the bases loaded.
Right.
So a single, a walk, a single. And that'll bring Alexia Carrasco, the DP, to the plate. We will have a courtesy runner check into the game for the pitcher, Casals. That'll be Megan McCreary. Oh, we just hit the wrong button there.
Yeah, my fault. All right, we got it back. Thank you.
So now it'll be Carrasco to the plate. She had a double down the line and left her last time up. So now bases loaded, nowhere to put them, and nobody out. And the pitch to Carrasco is going to miss outside, ball 1.
And in this situation, you got to just you got to throw strikes and trust your fielder as you do have a situation, force on any base, and Lovington, trying to maybe turn a double.
1-0, and that one's going to get out of the hand funny of Utahata, ball 2.
And I know, as a pitcher, though, the pressure, you feel that pressure. You know the bases are loaded, and you just don't want to walk a run in. So it's a tightrope because you want to nibble around the edges and put it in to be able to call it a strike, but you don't want to give it a red and juicy one, serve it up for a homer. 2-0
pitch, and that one is going to be the juicy one. As not able to pull the trigger is Carrasco, strike 1. She may not see a better pitch than that all district season, but not ready for it, and so an almost mistake by Utahata that she gets away with. The 2-ball, 1-strike count. Laney kicks and deals. That fastball is going to miss on the outside. Ball 3.
Yeah, just.
It was very consistent in about that same spot. And so it's a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Don't want to lose her, nowhere to put her. Udahara kicks the 3-1, and that's up high, ball 4, and walks in the run. Lenatas will score on the walk. It'll be an RBI walk for Carrasco as it moves Chavez to third and Daniel to second. And so now it'll bring the number 9 hitter, Annika Roybal, to the plate. And our score 13-6 as Goddard is threatening big time here in their half of the 5th inning.
Gotta wonder if he is telling her swing away, or maybe, it's interesting. There are a lot of scenarios here you could, as a coach.
I think she's probably going to be looking for the slap. I notice the infielders are in. Going to try and cut off anything and come to the plate with it.
No, it wouldn't surprise me if he was talking about the bunt, but the slap bunt to try to get the ball moved. What they want to do is try to get a run in and try to get Lovington to throw the ball around and start throwing the ball around and throw it away.
Roybal 0 for 2, lined out in the second, reached via an error and scored in the 4th.
So Lovington just needs to maintain, do what they do.
And she'll take that one, and it is on the ground. It is knocked down by Hernandez, and she'll just have to flip it to third. The run will get in. And so that will score Chavez from third, as Daniel is going to be out 6-5 over at second, and Annika Roybal will have the RBI. And I'm going to go ahead and give that a single because it was smoked over to Hernandez.
Yeah, it was definitely a hot to handle ball.
And
so they lose a run out of it, but again, it could be worse. Lovington is in a position, try to get the outs as quickly as you can and just damage control. If you end up giving a couple of runs, you've got a couple to give.
Back to the top of the lineup, and the first pitch to Sandoval, letter high, strike 1. Runners at first and second, Carrasco at second, Roybal at first. 13-7 the score, Lovington in the lead.
If you can turn a double, that's great.
There's one down, and that one's going to be low and away. Ball 1 evens it up at 1-1. Sandoval 1 for 2, singled in the first, walked in the second, and then struck out in the 4th. That's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Udahara gets the sign from DePorto, and the 1-1 pitch swung on. That one is going to be drilled to left field. Shading back is Chavarria, and she's going to make it and toss it in. Gets it into Hernandez at shortstop quickly, and that'll keep everybody pinned where they are on the base pass. So the fly out to left, and there is out number 2 as Erica Cannon comes to the plate.
Nice fielding. Didn't have to move a lot for that, but the wind is blowing. It's gusty. It's unpredictable out there, and fielders are having to play the wind, play the blowing dirt and dust. And
first pitch to Cannon. It'll be an off-speed pitch on the inside corner. Strike 1. Cannon singled and scored her last appearance, so she is 1 for 3. Runners at first and second for Goddard. Lovington up, though, 13-7. And the 0-1 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be poked off the end of the bat and foul out in right field for strike 2.
So 2 outs, 2 on. Lovington still with a lead, a nice six-run lead here. Again, they had a couple of runs to give, and they did. But as long as they seal off things and shut it down and keep Goddard from getting a rally here, they'll be okay.
0-2 and swung on and back to the netting, actually back to the chain link, and so the count stays 0-2. Due up for Lovington when they come to the 5th. It'll be Corral, Bell, and DePorto. Heart of the lineup, 3, 4, and 5. Due up for the Lady Cats.
So you want to get this batter if you can. Get this out.
And the 0-2 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up over on the right side. Charging over is Olguin, comes in towards the ring from first base, and will make the grab for out number 3. Goddard gets a couple back, though, as they scored 2 runs as we head to the bottom of the 5th. It's Lovington 13, Goddard 7. This is Lovington Lady Cat Softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Smart. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
In the top of the fifth inning for Goddard, 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners are left on base. We head to the bottom of the fifth. It'll be Angelina Corral, Alexa Bell, and Sienna DePorto, 3, 4, and 5, due up for the Lady Cats as they've got the big lead. And if they put 4 runs across right here, that would be the end of game number 1. You got to think Lovington, with the heart of their lineup coming up, could very well be possible for them to do that, Dawn Morgan.
Yeah, they certainly could. They have really been hitting very well in this game, and they're facing a pitcher who's not a slouch at all. I mean, she's definitely, got some speed, got some pitches, and but Lovington has figured her out and has been able to hit effectively.
As the first pitch to Corral is going to be in the dirt, ball 1. Corral reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the first, had a sac RBI in the second, then singled and scored in the fourth. So and officially 1 for 2. And the 0-1 pitch swung on and gets a piece of it and fouls it back into the mask of Hernandez and then skitters off to the left side, strike 1.
They need to continue to be aggressive at the bat and try to put as many runs across as they can. You can never have too much batting.
1-1 pitch swung on, and that'll be a chop shot right into the glove of Cannon at third. She'll fire across the diamond and stretching out, and somehow maintaining connection with the base is Marquez. Her third big stretch there, and that bails out Cannon. Pretty good playing over at first base there. It'll be 5-3 for out number 1.
Going to bring up Bell, who hit a nice long ball over the fence her last time, and brought in a couple of base runners plus herself.
Yeah, so that one was heading over to the middle school.
Yeah.
And so Bell step in. And the first pitch to Alexa, and that one's going to be outside, ball 1.
Yeah, pitcher being very careful with Alexa. Even though no runners on, she's capable of hitting a nice long ball, getting on base, or putting it out of the field again.
RBI fielder's choice in the first, reached in an error, and she'll get under that one as it's going to be poked out of play over on the left side of things. So strike 1 to Bell. 1 ball, 1 strike to Alexa Bell. Sienna DePorto waits on deck.
1 out.
1 out, yep, nobody on.
Bottom of the 5th inning.
As Bell, the open stance, settles back in. The 1-1 pitch off speed up high, ball 2. A 2 ball, 1 strike count. Of course, coming up about 30 minutes after the completion of this one, we will have game number 2 for you. Right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. 2-1 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be hit high in the air. And starting back, but having to come forward is Sandoval. That one, I think, got hung up in the wind a little bit, so it's a long out number 2 for Bell.
Yeah, a lot of power in the swing, and it was a well-hit ball headed out. I think you're exactly right. I think the wind gust came in just as that ball left the bat, and it really hung it up in the air. I think it had a potential of having a lot more oomph and length to it, but instead just a long out.
So DePorto will step in. 2 down, nobody on. Lovington up big, but you never have enough runs, and she'll take the first pitch, and it'll be foul as it goes off the top of the batting cage to the right for strike 1.
She makes such efficient contact with the ball. It's something I've noticed that DePorto, she doesn't have to, it's like she doesn't have to swing hard. She makes the efficient contact with the ball and hits the ball solid on what you would swear is she barely swung, at the ball, but sometimes just can really connect and have a hard hit without seeming to put that much effort into it.
0-1 pitch up and away. Makes it ball 1, a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Lady Cats are up by 6, 13-7. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, game 1 of this doubleheader. And the pitch swung on, and that'll be a little fly that'll fall foul in front of the Lovington dugout. Strike 2.
And both of those balls have been on the outside part of the plate, in the zone or just out of the zone, just right in there. DePorto, knowing that she can connect with them. So far, they've been foul, but that certainly may be a sweet spot for her.
1-2 pitch. The riser is rising out of the zone, evens things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. DePorto can find a way on. Annalie Chavarria waits on deck. So DePorto settles back in as Casals delivers the 2-2 pitch swung on. It's a chop shot going over towards short. Handled by Chavez on one hop. Fires over and stretching out. Not able to handle it that time is Marquez at first. So her infielders have put her in a bad way a couple of times, and so she has to stretch for the 4th time in the game, but can't get that one. So Sienna will reach on the E5. But it keeps the inning alive for the Lovington Lady Cats.
We'll have a courtesy runner in for DePorto.
That'll be Corral.
Yeah, she pulled up just a little bit after hitting first base. I think it was a cramp more than anything. I was afraid it was her knee, but I think it was a bit of a cramp. So she's off in the dugout. She'll get ready to.
Chavarria 3 for 3 in the ball game. A couple runs scored and an RBI. Annalise had a very good afternoon. And she'll take the first pitch low and blocked out by Hernandez. Keeps it in front of her, and it'll keep Corral over at first. Ball 1.
Yeah, Chavarria's seen a lot of action out there. That left alley between short third and left field. Busy one today.
1-0 pitch, and that one's going to be high up around the visor. Ball 2. Casals still in the ring. Giving up a couple of homers, but Coach Zamora keeping her out there. The 2-0 pitch, and that one's going to be outside. Ball 3.
Yeah. Tried to frame that up, bring that big back over the plate, but it was definitely outside, not even that close.
3-0 count, 2 out. Runner at first is Corral, and the 3-0 pitch, and that one right down the pipe. Takes sign on all the way. Strike 1.
Casals throwing the strike when she had to.
So the 3-ball, 1 strike count now.
In this situation, I've watched her lose the batter on the next pitch, though.
3-1 pitch, and that one is going to be right back up the middle. That is hammered. Sandoval gets to it quickly, and Coach McCraw going to go ahead and hold up. And, it's thrown around. That's going to bounce and into the dugout. Wow. They're going to go ahead and award her third. I was going to say if it goes out of play, they have to award her 2 bases, and so it'll be a run-scoring throwing error as Corral will score on the throwing error from Linares, the E4. It's just like the ground rule double if it goes out of play. And so that will put Chavarria over at third. It's an RBI single for Chavarria. Nope, not an RBI single, just a single because she would not have scored.
It was not earned necessarily on the strength of the
now the umpire is going to talk about it. Yeah, she was at second. You have to award 2 bases on that. So that would be correct as far as my interpretation, as far as I understand it. Because you had the runner at second in Corral, courtesy running for DePorto, and the ball went into the dugout.
On the throw.
And that would have given her 2 bases, and so that would be third and home. And the same goes for Chavarria. She had the single, and then when it got thrown out, she was on first.
So they would award her.
So they would award her 2 bases.
Right.
So that would be second and third. I think we've got everybody in the right spot, but we'll see if the officials agree. As they are taking a long discussion about this. Jocelyn Olguin to the plate. 14-7, a 7-run lead, and it looks like things will stand just like they are. And so now Coach Zamora going to come over. She wants an exclamation.
Mm-hmm. But I think there's a lot of exclamation
in that.
Yeah.
Explanation from an exclamation.
Yeah.
And they're telling her, it's a 2-base error, Coach, and that's exactly what it is. It's just like if it was a ground rule double. She says she wants to talk to the other official. I'm sorry, the rule is fairly clear. If it goes out of play on an error or if it bounces over the fence on a home run, it is, or out of play after it is in play legally, it is 2 bases, which is why it's called a ground rule double when it's hit and bounces over the fence. And it's the same if it gets thrown in the dugout or thrown out of the stadium or something on a throwing error.
Right.
And then it becomes it's 2 bases from where the runners are.
Right. And to the runner was at second on the strength of the hit.
Yes.
It had gone from first to second on the strength of the hit. So the runner gets to take third and home.
Yes.
And then the hitter reached on the strength that the hit reached first, and so gets to take 2 bases, second and third.
Yes, and so we are in the right spot, and so that'll make it 14-7. Now Jocelyn Olguin 0 for 3, but you got a feeling the slugging first baseman for the Lady Cats may be due. So she steps in with a run just 60 feet away, a 7-run lead for the Lady Cats, and Casals will deal to Olguin, and it's outside corner, strike 1.
So 2 outs. Lovington has accomplished all of this with the 2 outs. And
an error, a single, and then another error.
And a runner sitting on third in scoring position. And Lovington can keep this going.
0-1 pitch, and that one's going to be outside and even things up at 1 ball, 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. As a pitcher, Dawn, Casals having to sit out there for a long time waiting for all the explanations to be done. The swing and the pitch, that one is up, and that one is bye-bye softball as Jocelyn Olguin puts it out of here to left center field. Touch of all, Miss Olguin, and the Lady Cats are going to take the 16-7 lead on the third Lady Cat home run of the game as Olguin goes into a mob of her teammates.
Wow, that was a line drive home run as it left the bat, and I think it picked up momentum as it sailed across the fence. I mean, that just had a lot of power, and it was a smack that you didn't necessarily think from the time it hit the bat that it was going to go over the fence, but man, that thing sailed. Great job. And of course, 2 more runs for Lovington on that. That's great. Gives them a 9-run lead right now in this bottom of the 5th inning. 2 outs, and they're still at it.
So now Lainey Udahara will step to the plate. She's 2 for 3 on an RBI single and scored her last time up. So a chance to keep the line moving with 2 outs. So Casals looks into Hernandez, deals to Udahara, and she'll take that one. That one's going to right center. This one is going to hang up, and going over is Sandoval and making the grab. Laney gives it a ride, but the wind hangs it up on the fly out to center for out number 3. But the Lady Cats get 3 runs in that 5th. We head to the 6th. Lovington 16, Goddard 7. This is Lovington Lady Cat softball from New Allmark Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you.
For the Lovington Lady Cats in the bottom of the 5th, they get 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors committed by Goddard, and nobody left on base. It'll be Juliet Hernandez leading it off for Goddard as we go to the 6th. Hernandez with the grand slam. Her last time up is 1 for 2, or 1 for 3, but it was a big one, and that one will be outside for ball 1 with Dawn Morgan. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us on this warm now afternoon for softball. Lovington up by 9 here in the 6th, the game 1. And up and away from Udahara, evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So a 1 ball, 1 strike count. 16-7 is our score. As the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that'll be a little dribbler right back to Udahara. Lenny handles it, fires it over to first. Plenty of time to Olguin. 1-3 for out number 1.
Yeah, it was one of those swings that it actually becomes a swinging bunt, more or less, as she caught just the bottom of that ball, and then it just kind of dribbled off the bat and rolled up there to the pitcher. So, but you know, it's one of those things you can't take for granted. You got to field it, you got to make a good throw, and get the out, and they did. So 1 out.
So now it'll be Andrea Manzanares to the plate, and she'll take the first pitch on the outside corner, called strike 1. Manzanares 1 for 3. Struck out in the first, singled in the third. and then grounded out in the fourth. Oh, the 0-1 pitch from Urahara swung on, and that one is popped up and out of play on the right side off the top of the Lovington dugout. Strike two.
Oh, the wind has certainly kicked up, and out in the field, it's almost constant with some stronger gusts and carrying a little bit of dirt and dust with that. I know when you're working up a sweat, that can feel good out there, but when you're fielding, it definitely has an effect on the ball.
0-2 pitch on the way, swung on, and that's a line shot, but going to be foul down the third baseline. So we stay 0-2 as Coach Zamora has to do a little fancy twisting to get out of the way of that one.
It was also about head high, and she picked that one up and, quickly got on it. She really wasn't all that far in front of it, but she snapped the bat around and sent that one out of play to the left. Got to watch the high ones. She's a swatter. Got to watch the high ones on her.
0-2 pitch, and she'll swat at that one, and that one will go off the top of the Lovington dugout. So we stay at 0-2 as Manzanares, the cleanup hitter, has fought off a couple of pretty good pitches from Urahara to stay alive.
And Urahara working him around.
Lovington Lady Cats up by 9. We're in the top of the sixth inning, 16-7. Game one of this doubleheader to open district play. One down, and Manzanares is the hitter, and off-speed pitch, and got her out front, ring her up, and sit her down. That is out number 2, and that is going to be strikeout number 6 for Urahara. And now Alyssa Linares to the plate. 2 for 3 in the ballgame, but she has reached all 3 times. A double and scored in the first, fielder's choice in the third, and a single and scored in the fifth.
Yeah, good time to throw that changeup there, Urahara.
Laney kicks and fires, and that one will be a little slow roller. Goes to Corral at third. She'll fire across the diamond. Plenty of time to Olguin. 5-3 for out number 3, and for the first time in the ball game, the Lady Rockets of Goddard go 1-2-3. We played 5.5. It's Lovington 16, Goddard 7. Back in a minute. This is Lovington Lady Cat softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
The Lady Rockets go quietly 1-2-3 in the top of the sixth. We head to the bottom of the sixth. Anna E. Reyes leads it off for the Lady Cats. Then Avery Marquez, Honey Morales, 9-1-2. Due up with Dawn Morgan of TJ Miracle, a 9-run lead for Lovington. If they can get 1 run across here, Dawn, the ball game ends via the mercy rule.
That's right, and Lovington, would like to do that. It's always good to save yourself as much energy as you can, especially on hot days when you've got a doubleheader. Try to get that run and get in and rest.
Even if it's only a half inning save. Of course, they will be honoring the 20th anniversary of the back-to-back softball champions here this afternoon. As the first pitch to Reyes is outside, ball 1. A 1 ball, no strike count. So a 20th anniversary celebration here today for Lady Cat softball. A 1-0 pitch from Casals, and that one's going to be on the inside corner. Evens it up at 1-1 to Reyes. Reyes is 1 for 3, has reached a couple of times. First time Vian Aaron scored, singled in the first. Then grounded out in the fourth, and the 1-1 is away, ball 2. So the 2 ball, 1 strike count. Bottom of the sixth inning, Lovington leading this one 16-7. Honey Morales waits on deck. And the 2-1 on the way, swung on, and that one is going to be popped up, and diving out is Chavez in front of the bag at second. Somehow lays out and gets to it. It was dying, but Chavez not going to let it die outside of her glove, and so it'll be 1 away on the good hustle play by the shortstop Chavez for Goddard.
Yeah, I thought that was going to drop in and be a little infield hit. But credit where credit's due. That was good hustle and a good play.
So turn it over back to the top of the lineup with Avery Marquez to the plate. Marquez homered back in the first, walked in the second. She'll take the first pitch. She's going to center field as that one's going to hang up in the wind, and Sandoval will come in and will make the grab for out number 2. And 2 quick outs for the Lovington Lady Cats is now Honey Morales to the plate. You got to think Morales is due. She was hit by a pitch in the first, struck out in the second, walked and scored in the fourth, and struck out in the fifth. Well, Honey will step in now. She's going to step out. Once a moment. 2 away for Lovington. There's one thing about Lovington. Their 3 runs last inning came with 2 away. First pitch, and Honey going to chase an off-speed pitch outside for strike 1.
Yeah, I think she's just in a little bit of a batting slump this game. And she just, all it takes is one good pitch to get out of that slump and turn things around to get that confidence back.
A 1-pitch fastball missing outside. Evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
And in the meantime, you use your good eye, and if you can get on base with a walk, you do. But if she can connect with the ball here and hit, it would be an important and a good time for her to do that.
And the 1-1 pitch, and that one's going to be up high, ball 2. 2-1 the count. There are 2 down, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Lovington comfortably in the lead. Goddard does want to see a 7th inning. As Casals looks in, gets the sign from Hernandez in the 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed as gets her with the riser and evens it up at 2-2.
Yeah, and Honey just swinging under that ball a little bit, maybe not keeping an eye on the ball completely through to her bat.
2-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and down goes Morales, and down go the Lady Cats. In their half of the 6th, 1, 2, 3, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We head to the 7th. The Lady Cats 3 outs away from going up 1-0 in district. This is Lady Cat Softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
Lovington goes 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 6th. We head to the 7th. Avery Chavez leads it off for Goddard. She'll be followed by Casals. Then Carrasco with his 6, 7, and 8 due up in first pitch. Udahata, she'll shoot that one over to Morales at second, who fires to Olguin at first. Plenty of time, and Chavez is down 4-3 for out number 1.
1 pitch, 1 out. That's as efficient as you can get.
Yes, it pretty much is.
So if Lovington can make quick work, that's what they want to do. Again, it's all about efficiency, trying to save your energy. And they're looking ahead to that second game now.
As Casals will take the first pitch, and she's going to drill that one foul on top of the visiting batting cage. Strike 1. Casals going to be on the hook for the loss here in this first game, but wants to get a little closer in the book if she can. She had a single her last time up. And the 0-1 pitch to Casals, and that one's going to just miss outside. Evens it up at 1-1. That one was pretty darn close.
It was close.
No, the 1 ball, 1 strike count. There is 1 down. Casals is the hitter. DePorto down, given the signs. Udahata in the ring. The 1-1 pitch swung on. That one is going to be popped up into shallow left center, going over, and a little miscommunication again. Marquez and Chavarria. That's the second time this game that neither one of them has called it, and we've almost had meetings of the minds. And so that will be an outfield error, and Casals will stand on second after the error. I'm not sure who to give that to, but it is an error. It is an error on one of the outfielders.
It's a shared error. You know, if when you're coaching, that's a shared error. You talk to both of them, but sometimes you have a rule in the field that that it's the center fielders to call if they're moving right or left. It depends on this team and how they work that out. But it was trouble. It was a trouble
As now it'll be Carrasco, and she'll take the first pitch for strike one. Carrasco, 3 for 3, a couple RBIs and a run scored in this one. So she's done the damage for Goddard.
Not only was it just in between in that little bad place.
0-1 pitch swung on, and that'll be a little pop-up on the infield. And diving out is Corral. Angelina puts it out there and goes Superman style. Or I guess technically, since they're women, it would be Superwoman or Wonder Woman. And makes the grab on the little pop-out. So the layout catch for Corral. And that will put the Goddard Lady Rockets down to their final out as Annika Roybal steps to the plate.
Yeah, you got to be able to put your body out there. You got to be able to do what it takes to catch and hang on to that ball. And, man, she did that. Good quickness off of the bat.
Udahata takes something off of that one, and Roybal well out in front, strike one.
That's one of those, if she hadn't gotten the jump she did right off the bat, then she would have been a half step behind that ball, wouldn't have been able to catch it. But good reaction.
So a no ball, 1 strike count to the number 9 hitter Roybal, and the pitch fastball just misses outside and evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
You know, the wind, as we mentioned before, that wind is definitely playing with the balls that are headed to the outfield as well. Those fielders are having to gauge.
1-1 pitch up high, ball 2.
These balls that are making it out to the outfield. And for the most part, doing a good job in that. But some trouble spots occasionally.
So 2-1 the count as Udahata looks in. Deporto sets up outside, and the pitch swung on. And Roybal gets a chunk of that one, and it'll even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So again, coming up about 30 minutes after the conclusion of game number 1, we will have game number 2 for you.
Not too many blemishes in this game for Lovington in any way. So it's a pretty good.
2-2 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be hit to shallow center field. Drifting over is Marquez, and she will make the grab for out number 3. So the Lovington Lady Cats are victorious here in game number 1, 16-7. Our final score. We'll come back and give you the final line. Get you ready for game 2 coming up. This is Lady Cat Softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports with Dawn Morgan. I'm TJ Miracle. Final line in this one. The Lady Cats getting the win 16-7 for Lovington. 16 runs on 12 hits. They commit 2 errors, and they leave 4 base runners out on the path. For Goddard, 7 runs on 10 hits. They commit 7 costly errors, and they leave 8 runners stranded in the course of this game. So game number 2 on the way here in just a few minutes, Dawn. But importantly, Lovington improves to 1-0 in district.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's how you want to start your district, with not just the win, but with a game that they were pretty much firmly in control of most of the time. I mean, Goddard gave them a bit of a scare with that Grand Slam home run that happened, I believe, was that in the 5th?
Fourth,
in the 4th. But Lovington responded. They came back and responded with runs and got the upper hand back in the game, and then were in control for the rest of it. As I mentioned, not many blemishes, in this game, offensively or defensively, for Lovington. A couple of things, to look at and to learn from, but other than that, really solid, good aggressive batting, good mechanics out in the field for the most part. So, good effort, a great game, and now they want to repeat that here in the second.
That is what they will do, and here in about a half hour, we will have game number 2 for you, as we'll go back to our accustomed roles. I'm sure everybody's going to be quite happy to have you back in the lead here, Dawn.
Oh, not at all. It's a pleasure just to come in and watch a game, and very happy Lovington, so well in charge of that game. So good to be here in any role, and good to see Lovington win that first one. Now looking forward to the second one, and of course looking back on that the back-to-back state championships for Lovington softball, that 20-year anniversary. What a great thing to look back on, and to help inspire the girls who are playing now. That's what you want to do. You want history to be a teacher, and to be something you pay tribute to, but you also use in the present, and that's what we hope the Lovington has done in the first game. We'll do in the second.
Hopefully so. We'll be back in just a little while for game number 2. This is Lovington Lady Cat Softball from the Walmart Digital on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and One Radio Square Sports.
And welcome to Lovington Lady Cats softball against Goddard. It is game 2. The Lovington team won their first one 16-7, and we are getting started with the second game. And on the mound for Lovington is Daphne Urahara. Her sister Lainey Urahara pitched the first game, was the winning pitcher in that one. As we get this second game underway, Goddard batting. Her first batter up is number 3, Alexis Sandoval, the center fielder. And we have 2 pitches in so far. And we've
I believe it's 1-1.
I believe it's 1-1. I believe it's even 1-1. So this pitch popped up. It looks like it's going to be going to stay in play just barely. The wind kind of caught that. DePorto jumping up and trying to get a handle on that, looking up, but really would not have had a play. It looked like it was going to hit the backstop and roll out, but actually dropped in. So instead just becomes a strike. So strike 2, 1-2 the count on or 2-1. Okay, 2 balls, 1 strike. There we go. And it's hit, well hit, left field. It's going to drop in just in front of the fence. Chavaria out there gave it a chase, but could not get to it in time, and it's going to be a stand-up double for Sandoval. So a well-hit long ball puts her on second, and that brings up number 13, Alexia Carrasco, the designated player for Goddard, to the plate. And she will be up with no outs in this top of the first inning, second game of the doubleheader here in Lovington. Lovington winning the first one. Goddard looking to try to get a little redemption in this second game. But first pitch is a nice one. Daphne Urahara on the mound. DePorto catching. Olguin on first. Morales on second. Hernandez at short. Bell at third. Chavaria in left. And shows bunt. Keeps the bat down, becomes a strike as Carrasco chased it, but didn't make contact with it. So strike number 2. So quickly.
Yeah, I got just a little bit of a piece of it, but with only, of course, into the glove of DePorto, but with only 1 strike, not an out.
Right. Instead, 2 strikes, 0-2 count on Carrasco. Nobody out, runner on second. That's Sandoval after the stand-up double. Swing and a miss, goes down swinging. So strike out, and that's going to be the first strikeout for Daphne Urahara in the game. 1 out. That's going to bring up number 2, Juliet Hernandez, to the plate. Hernandez is the catcher for Goddard. And I always feel the pain for catchers in doubleheaders because, the pitchers, you change pitchers normally, but the catcher, man, they're in there for both the games a lot of times. Unless you have a backup catcher, and it's not the usual thing for teams to sub out their catchers. You're in it, and you just have to play that second game. First pitch was in, it was a ball. Second is going to be outside for ball number 2. A lot of pop in the glove, though, as Daphne Urahara showing she's got some heat. Just needs to dial it in over the plate as Hernandez steps back in, asking for time. Your catchers generally are good hitters because they're trained. They have to watch the ball, and they get accustomed to that behind the plate. And hits this one. It's a grounder, the shortstop. And Hernandez picks it up, makes the good throw, gets her out, and burns her down. That is, Sandoval is out on a great throw back from first over to third for the 3rd out. So an unconventional double play, but you'll take it.
Yes, you certainly will. 6-3 for the front end, 3-5 for the second end, and it wipes out the leadoff double after a half inning. It's Goddard 0, Lovington coming to bat. This is Lady Cat Softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, "Good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you."
And we're back. Okay.
Sorry, you were working on your scorebook.
Yeah,
so.
no runs, one hit, no errors, nobody left on base after half an inning. We are scoreless here. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Lovington coming up to bat in this second game of a doubleheader. And I'm scrambling to still get the four. We had a long break, but we didn't get the lineups till the last second, really.
Yeah, all of a sudden it was very much
yes,
just, okay, let's play.
Okay.
And it's like, wait a minute, wait, what?
Everybody else was ready, and we were not. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Sienna de Porto batting in the 5th position, I believe, here, if I've got this right. And we'll try to get my book done very, very quickly here as we'll run down Annabelle Chavarria is out in left for Lovington, of course. They are batting, but I'll just have to finish this up as we go. So number 3, Avery Marquez will start off and bat first for Lovington, and she'll be your leadoff batter for Lovington. Of course, they're stepping up to the plate, their first at bat, and I'll just have to figure out the last couple snipes. But your leadoff batter hits the first pitch she sees. It's a grounder over to shortstop, and the good play from Hernandez over to first base to Manzanares is the first out. So 6-3 scored in the book as the first out on a grounder, and that brings up number 5, Leila Hernandez, to the plate. Hernandez, your shortstop for Lovington, batting in the second position, looking to get something started for Lovington, as they certainly enjoyed a slugfest in the first game. First pitch is in, and it is a call strike, and Hernandez really got a good look at it. Took a good look all the way across the plate, didn't really offer, but call strike. So now she can bear down and go to work, try to start hitting this one, and that's going to come in low and inside for ball number 1. Even up the count, 1-1 on Hernandez. And batting in third, up on deck is number 13, Angelina Corral, for Lovington, designated player. Oh, and here comes the third pitch is going to be just a bit outside. A lot of pop in the glove on that, but did not hit the corner. So 2-1 on Hernandez, showing a good eye. Waiting for her pitch. That's gonna catch the corner. The ump decides, looks at that one, and says that catches the corner. So evens up the count 2-2. Hernandez, second batter up for Lovington, looking to get it going. And a sharply hit ball right to the mound, and the pitcher went down and tried to get that cannon, put her glove down, but not in time. It rolled through, and the shortstop came over. Hernandez could not field that in time, so it's going to be I don't really think that's an error.
Hit.
It's an infield hit because it really was sharply hit. It looked like it was going to go all the way to center field, so it is a single, and it puts Hernandez on first. Lovington has Hernandez, and then playing shortstop for Goddard is Hernandez as well. And the first pitch is swung on. It's a ball that actually sort of acted as a dribbler, gets knocked down, but then rolls. And again, Hernandez picks it up, makes the throw, but not in time. So really, it just is another infield single.
Yeah, good hustle there for Angelina Corral as that one got out and kind of was spinning a little bit in the dirt. Hernandez charged in on it and made a good throw to Manzanares, but not in time to get the speedy Corral.
So Corral sits on first, Hernandez on second in scoring position for Lovington. No outs. Bell takes a crack at this one, fouls it off to the right. A long foul and a long strike 1. So 0-1 the count on Bell. Bell had a 3-run homer in that first game and helped Lovington win over Goddard in that first one. 16-7 was your final score. And Lovington getting the bats going early here too. A line drive shot out between left and center. Coming in on it is the center fielder Sandoval. It hits her glove. She cannot hang on to it. It's going to score 1, and all the way sliding into third is Bell. So it's going to be an RBI double for Bell as Corral slides in safely. It scored Hernandez from second. Corral makes it to third, sliding in safely. Puts Bell on second on the stand-up double and brings up number 10, Sienna DePorto, the catcher, up to the plate.
Yeah, good running there and good hustle. Sandoval almost got to it, but just the way she had to come across to her right was just not able to get to it in time. So now DePorto to the plate.
And DePorto looks at the first one, comes inside. It's a slider that slides way too far. It's low as well, so ball number 1 on DePorto. Lovington with the runners on second and third. A good opportunity to score. And a little timeout called as the runner over there, Corral, had to tie her shoe. I guess it got loose during that slide, and it's a grounder. As the shortstop picks it up at the last second, looks at home, decides she didn't have time to throw home in time, takes the ball over to first instead, makes a bad throw, so everybody's safe all around, and a run scores. So that is an RBI single for DePorto.
Yeah, I think an infield single, definitely the right call on that. It was going to be a difficult play for Hernandez no matter what happened. DePorto is very quick for a catcher, and Layla Hernandez very fast over at third, and so that half second of indecision by Hernandez gets it the single and an RBI for Sienna DePorto.
So it means Bell is on third base now. It scored Corral, and DePorto is on first, but she has a courtesy runner in for her. So runners at the corners for Lovington, first and third. And number 7, Annabelle Chavarria, your left fielder for Lovington, is up at the plate. Lovington with 2-0, shows bunt, pulls, she doesn't pull the bat back. I think it's a strike anyway, but it becomes a strike on Chavarria, as threatening to come in was Bell from third.
But then Reyes takes second on the fake throw down to third. So
it does move the runner, serves to move and get to the courtesy runner for DePorto over to second base in scoring position. And that ball is going to hit the inside corner. Yeah, the ump takes a little time to call that, but I was waiting because it looked like it might have clipped the corner, and it did. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Annabelle Chavarria now. Runners on second and third for Lovington. They're up 2-0 in this one. Second game of a doubleheader with Goddard. And there's a hit off the end of the bat. It's going to get just beyond first base and roll out, but it's going to score 2. So it took a little while to develop. It stayed fair and then just threatened to roll foul, but it stayed fair, and everybody was really quick. So Bell able to score on that. The courtesy runner for DePorto crossed the plate, and Chavarria takes first on a nice 2 RBI single.
Yeah, nice little 2 RBI single. Annalie Chavarria did a nice job there, so now it'll be Olguin to the plate.
Jocelyn Olguin, first baseman for Lovington. On deck is...
And on deck will be Daphne Udahara.
Daphne Udahara. See, I wasn't able to finish my book here.
Oh, do we have a balk?
Oh, may have been. Daphne Udahara, wearing jersey number
12.
Number 12.
Chloe Corral will be in the hole.
Chloe Corral in the hole. She wears jersey number
14.
Number 14, Corral, playing, of course.
Playing in right field.
In right field for Lovington. All right, now my book is complete, and we haven't missed anything. Pitch comes in. It's going to hit the outside corner. This ump likes that outside corner. If he calls it for both pitchers, there's nothing wrong with that. You just want to see it consistent. Some umps' corners are a little more generous than others. As long as they're consistent and you know what to expect as a batter and as a pitcher, it's not a problem. So 1-1.
Actually 2-0
and
now.
2-0 now. I'm sorry. Not 1-0.
Or 0-2, pardon me.
Okay. 0-2, not 2-0.
All these new books and these new score bugs, they're all backwards.
Yeah, and you've got a different book than I do today. So, yeah, we've got...
Yeah, I've been looking for a book like yours, and I have yet to find one.
I think I've got some. All right, and a swing and a cut as that goes back to the screen. Count stays. So it looks like up on the official board says 1-2, though. So we'll go with that. Count 1-2 on Olguin. Runner on first, that is Chavarria, after her 2 RBI single. Swing away. It's going to hit a grounder. It's going to get between third and short, and it's going to roll all. It's bobbled out by the left fielder, throws it in, but not before it scores 1, and tagging in safely at third, Not a problem. So, wow, Olguin manages to smack it. It was a single for sure, and then it got bobbled, and it brought in Chavarria all the way from first. She scored, and then Olguin managed to get all the way around to third on the bobble out in left field. So did you score that as a single or a double?
It's a single, and then she moved around to third on the E7.
On the E7. All right, that's how I saw it too. So number 12, Daphne Urahara, your pitcher for Lovington, up at the plate with a runner in scoring position. Olguin over there on third. First pitch is into her, and it's a ball. So 1-0 the count on Daphne Urahara. Her sister Lainey Urahara pitched the entire first game, took the win for Lovington. Oh, swing and a miss. As catcher having a little problem looking for it. It's behind her.
And timeout going to be asked for.
She totally kind of lost track of that, and she kept her mask on. Was having trouble seeing that.
Lovington with 5 runs here in this first, and they're still doing this with only 1 out, Dawn.
1 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across the plate already. I like that look in the book where it looks like, nice checkerboards there. But runner on third. They had to clean off that third base and make sure it was attached correctly. And the pitch is going to come in. It's going to be high. 2-1 now on Lainey Urahara. Just 1 out, 5 runs across in this first at-bat for Lovington. We're in the bottom of the first inning. On a hot, windy Saturday afternoon, first district games for Lovington. Then that pitch comes in low and inside for ball 3. 3-1 now on Daphne Urahara. Lovington would like to keep this at-bat going and score as many as they can. They were aggressive and early in their first game against Goddard as well. Ooh, swing and a miss. As a fastball right down the middle. Urahara knew it, but she was just a little late around on it. So 3-2. Counts full now on Daphne Urahara. Just 1 out. A runner on third. And that's going to come in low, a dirt ball, and walk. So Daphne Urahara takes first base. First walk issued by this pitcher, Cannon.
So now Lady Cats on the corners.
Yep, Cats on the corners, first and third. Brings up number 14, Chloe Corral, your right fielder for Lovington. And there will be a courtesy runner for Daphne Urahara.
Biana E. Quiroga.
All right, so Quiroga will be on first. They're going to try to move her over to second as quickly as they can. Again, 1 out. Chloe Corral, right fielder. Had a good first game as well. She shows bunt, pulls it back. And Hernandez threatens to throw. She's complaining a little bit, saying the batter was in her way, saying Corral was in her way.
Well, you own that box, and you do. She's in her space, and so it's up to the catcher. You can't intentionally impede.
Swing and a miss as Corral is way out in front of that, as Cannon took a little bit off of that. So a changeup gets her. Corral has a 1-1 count on her again, just 1 out. Runners on second and third now as Urahara stole second. So runners at second and third, both in scoring position. And the pitch was a ball, so 2-1 the count on Corral. Yes, Lovington would like to squeeze out every last run they can in this first at bat. It's hit up in the air, a pop fly. Going back for it is Hernandez, and she does make the catch, hang on to it for the second out. So 2 outs now as Corral pops out to the shortstop. And it brings the top of the lineup back around for Lovington as Avery Marquez, number 3, your center fielder, steps up for Lovington. She grounded out her first time at bat, grounded out to the shortstop.
On the very first pitch of the game, as a matter of fact.
First pitch she saw. This one, she takes a swing at this one and catches just a piece of it, swings just under it, spins the ball back for strike number 1. So Marquez, aggressive, as you would expect a leadoff hitter to be, anxious to hit the ball. Swinging. Coach McCraw wants a word with her there, so he calls a timeout.
While we've got a moment, big thanks to our friends at Lovington Auto Supply, the Lovington Schools, Bob's Thriftway, Lee County Electric Cooperative, and Now Pharmacy, making Lovington Lady Cat softball possible from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Proud to be here at the beginning of the district season for Lovington. They're 1-0 in district. Oh, and well-hit ball, a grounder, hot shot going to shortstop, and the throw is not going to be on time, and it's a bad throw. And on that throw, that is going to score coming all the way from second, so it's going to score 2. Olguin makes it in from third on the hit, and then Urahara makes it in from second on the throw.
Yeah, that would have been a safe. Marquez would have beaten out that throw, so it will be an infield single, but the bad throws scored both the runs, so there is an error on the play as well.
So E6 on that, but it is a single. And there's another kind of weak grounder to shortstop. This one, she's got time to get it over to first. So from 6-3 for the third out. And that's going to end the at-bat for Lovington. Not before they put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runs across in their first at-bat. We'll be back with the top of the second inning here with Lovington leading in this one, and more Lovington ladies softball action coming up on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcdcnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
And we're back. 7 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors, 1 left on base in the bottom of the first inning. Lovington leading this one 7-0. We go to the top of the second inning. Goddard coming up to bat, and it's going to be number 7, Alyssa Linares, your second baseman, up first. First pitch is in, and it's a beautiful pitch on the outside corner. Man, that was nice. A nice fastball catching the corner. And call strike 1, 0-1 on Linares. Lovington with a nice big lead here, but they need to be strong defensively and try to limit Goddard in what they can do at the bat. So they're going to try to work some out efficiently here instead of turning this into a back-and-forth slugfest. So 0-2 the count now on Linares. After a couple of good pitches, of course, Linares got a piece of that second one, filed it back, and take something off of that one. A changeup by Urahara gets Linares swinging and gets her off rhythm. So a nice strikeout for out number 1, and that's the second strikeout for Urahara on the mound. Two strikeouts, no walks. In this one, nobody hit by pitch so far, and we go to 15. Andrea Manzanares, the first baseman for Goddard, coming up to the plate. Nice pitch again. That looked just like the first one she served up to Linares. Caught the outside corner for strike 1. So Daphne Urahara doing a good job on the mound. It was a good performance on the mound by her sister Lainey Urahara in the first. Oh, there's a swing catching the end of the bat with that one, but it fouls back to the backstop for strike number 2. 0-2 the count. Number 5, Marisol Hernandez, the shortstop, awaits on deck. 12, Cadence Tubbs, the third baseman, in the hole. Manzanares getting set. Nobody on base. You've got 1 out, nobody on. And a high pop coming under that is Olguin at first. She makes the grab, hangs on to the ball. So a pop out to the first baseman for the second out. And that is going to bring up Marisol Hernandez to the plate. She is the shortstop for Goddard. So 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the second inning. Lovington is leading this one 7-0 after a big first at bat, where they just had singles. They had mostly singles and a double, but they were able to capitalize on a couple of errors and keep things going. This pitch is in, and it's a ball, little high. So 1-0 the count on Hernandez. Brings the heat on that. It hits the outside corner. Yes. Another nice pitch. And so far the ump he's definitely watching that corner and calling that pitch every time for both pitchers. One almost like it, just a little higher and a little outside. So ball 2 as Urahara. She also took just a little of speed off of that pitch too. Didn't get Hernandez to chase this time. She does cut at it. Fouls it off for strike number 2. So 2-2 the count. 7-0, a really nice first at-bat for Lovington. They can breathe a little easier, but they can't completely relax because Goddard certainly, well, you know, it's
they are Roswell.
They
Goddard.
are Roswell, so it's not an error to call them Roswell. It's just that since there's Roswell High and Roswell Goddard, everybody has gotten in the habit of saying Roswell meaning Roswell High and Goddard meaning Roswell Goddard, but I still will sometimes call Goddard Roswell. And fouled back to the screen is a nice pitch. Again, nice fast pitch by Daphne Urahara right over the plate. Hernandez cut at it, but fouled it off, so the count remains 2-2. That ball actually kind of had a bit of a rise to it and a lot of spin on it. Oh, just missed. Just missed. The count ran full, and then that payoff pitch was just a little high, right over the plate, but just a little high. So first walk issued, and Hernandez takes first base. That's going to bring up number 12, Cadence Tubbs, third baseman, to the plate. 2 outs, 1 runner on. Top of the second. Nice pitch, just going to be a little low. Again, that was over the outer corner of the plate, but a little too low. So ball 1. As Urahara needs to just put it over the plate, throw strikes, trust her fielders. And she got her, chasing an inside pitch. I think Tubbs thought she was going to see just a regular fastball, and instead, Urahara sent one over the inside corner, and Tubbs
managed to get a piece of it,
yeah,
but just kind of fouls it off weakly.
Tubbs not gauging that ball very well. Swing and a miss as Urahara also threw a changeup, kind of served that one up high and slower, and Tubbs went after it, swing and a miss. So it is now 1-2 the count on Tubbs. 1 strike away from getting out of this inning, getting out of this at bat. Oh, that's going to be high, and this time Tubbs leaves it alone.
Yeah, not a bad decision though. Urahara trying to get her to chase again. It's like, well, okay, you offered it the first one. Let's see if you'll do it again.
2-2. And it's well hit going out to left field, drifting back, hitting the fence. Chavarria's there, but it hits the fence, and that ball rolled way back, halfway back to third base, and that's going to be a stand-up double. So a stand-up double for Tubbs puts her at second base in scoring position.
And it scores the run, more importantly,
That's
for Goddard.
Right. It's an RBI double and puts Hernandez across the plate and brings up 20 Annika Roybal, the left fielder, to the plate. So a runner on second. Roswell scores 1. It's 7-1, your score now. First pitch is in, and it's going to be low and inside for ball number 1. So 1-0. And as I said, we were just 1 pitch away from ending that at bat when the double, the RBI double, put Goddard on the board. Pitch comes in. It's a little softer, and it also is going to be a little inside for ball number 2. So 2-0 on Roybal. Here we are, top of the second inning. 2 outs. Lovington leading this one 7-1. Oh, nice pitch. Just missed the inside corner. 3-0. I think
pretty close.
I think Daphne Urahara on the mound thought that was over the corner and was going to be a strike. Said no. This one does catch the corner with a little more heat on it. So 3-1. Nice pitch.
And if you're Urahara, you just need to continue to attack with Roybal. She's not the biggest power hitter. She's really more of a bunt slap hitter generally, but they've got her up there swinging away with 2 outs.
Yeah, and Daphne puts it a little low and a little inside and walks Roybal. So Roybal on, runners now on first and second. That's not a problem if you can go ahead and get this third out without any more damage being done. And it does put the force on third base. It brings up number 1, Erica Cannon, your pitcher. She played third base in the first game against Lovington, which Lovington won. First pitch comes in. Cannon was looking at it all the way and didn't even offer at it, and it is call strike 1. Good pitch over the inside corner. I
think Coach Zamora probably telling her pitcher, Cannon, make her pitch to you. And
after issuing a walk, that's often the case. And a weak ground ball fielded by Olguin. She catches it, goes and touches first herself. So it was 3 unassisted for the third out, and that ends the at-bat for Goddard. Not before they put 1 run across, though. So after 1.5 innings, we go to the bottom of the second, and your score is 7-1. Lovington leading. More Lovington Lady softball action coming back in just about 1 minute on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And welcome back. In the top of the second inning, Goddard had 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on base. And we go to the bottom of the second inning. Your score is 7-1. Lovington leading, Lovington at bat. Coming up first is number 13, Angelina Corral, your designated player. And she is going to be up. She hit a single and crossed the plate for Lovington, her first time up in this game. And I understand she had a good first game as well, the first of this doubleheader, which Lovington won 16-7.
Yes, she certainly did. Matter of fact, in that first game, Angelina sack RBI, a single, couple of runs scored.
All right, so Angelina Corral at the plate. Here we are, bottom of the second. Second game of the doubleheader this afternoon. Still a good crowd. Oh, and a well-hit ball is going to fall between left and center. It's out of here. Whoa! That ball caught the wind, carried, and a nice, almost line drive home run is a solo homer for Angelina Corral. That's how you want to step up at the plate and start your team off in this at-bat. So a solo homer, and boy, with authority. That she just slapped that, and right out there is exactly between center and left field. So that adds another run. That gives Lovington the lead 8-1 and brings up number 77, Alexa Bell, your third baseman for Lovington, to the bat. She hit a double her last time up and scored.
Also an RBI on that double, and she put 1 out in game 1.
Yeah, she had a 3 RBI homer in that first game. And the first pitch comes into her. It's going to be high for ball number 1. So 1-0 the count. No outs, nobody on. Oh, and this is going to be in the dirt and inside for ball number 2. So 2-0. After that solo homer by Corral. Oh, and inside. I really thought that was going to hit her. Alexa flinched. She didn't really move back, but it came very close to hitting her. So 3 straight balls thrown by Cannon. It's tough right after a home run. It's a really tough recovery, the next batter after a home run. Sometimes you walk them, sometimes just like that. 4 straight balls. And Alexa Bell will walk to first, and it's just tough to get that homer out of your mind sometimes and buckle down and refocus and pitch the way that you can to the next batter.
I was going to say, as a pitcher, you have to have a very short memory, but I think Cannon, too, being a little careful because Bell, parked one in that first game, so she's got home run power, as does Sienna DePorto steps in.
And I really think that, some of it was lack of control. Some of it was trying not to give her too good of a ball to hit. But this makes the 5th straight ball that she has thrown, and it's the first pitch to Sienna DePorto, your catcher for Lovington. 1-0 the count on her with 1 runner on, nobody out. Lovington scoring a run already in this inning. Nice, good, sharply hit ball. It's headed out of here, yes! Back-to-back solo homers. Amazing as Sienna DePorto parks one right straight center field, just right there by the flag and straight over that center field fence, deepest part of the field. DePorto comes in with her teammates all around her, and yes, and that's a two RBI homer. She drove in Bell with that run, and then of course touched the home plate and makes this 10-1 now is your score. Lovington in the lead in this one. And this is just the bottom of the second inning in the second of a doubleheader. It is going to bring up number 3, Annabelle Chavarria, your left fielder, up. Thank you. Anna Lee
Probably
Chavarria.
couldn't read my
I couldn't.
handwriting.
I did. It looked like Annabelle to me, and I know that better. I know Anna Lee from other sports and from last year. And she hits a long fly ball. Coming in on it is Sandoval. She can't get there on time. A Texas leaguer falls in, and it's a nice hit, and it becomes a single for Chavarria again. So a single, nicely hit out to center field as Lovington continues their slugging ways today, winning that first one 16-7 over Goddard, and now well in control of this one. So Jocelyn O'Geen, your first baseman, coming up to the plate. First pitch is in over the inside corner for call strike 1. So runner on first. It's Chavarria. Owen won the count on O'Geen. And that one comes in also. Beautiful pitch. O'Geen watching that one as well. Not offering, so 0-2 is the count. O'Geen had a single her first time up at the bat and ended up advancing on an error and scored a run. That one's low and inside for ball 1. 1-2 on O'Geen. No out still. No outs in this inning. Or this at-bat for Lovington. Way in front of that one. It's going to stay fair, though, as it crosses third base and then finally rolls foul, and they're going to burn her down. Chavarria rounded second, tried to take third, and could not do it. The throw in gets Chavarria out, so the throw in from left field, 7-5, is going to throw out Chavarria for the first out. That's okay. Lovington, has a couple to play with right here.
Yeah, you hate that.
Yep.
You got to give credit on that to Roy
Sure.
Ball. She got to it quickly and got it in, and really, Chavarria kind of pulled up a little bit coming around second.
And really, that had a double all over it. So you scored that one as a single?
As a single, and then she moved to second on the play at third.
I'd like to give her that double. I wanted to, but I'll believe you on the strength of your scorekeeping. Daphne Urahara at the plate. Third base being stolen because that pitch came in that really was a wild pitch. More than a pass ball. And that's going to be, it was kind of a bad pitch. And that is going to put O'Geen over on third. Stolen base for her. And the count is 2-1 now on Urahara. So Daphne Urahara, the pitcher at the plate. She walked her first time up, ended up crossing the plate, scoring a run. Way out in front of that one, as it was a good pitch. But Cannon took some speed off of that one. Urahara sitting ready for fastball. Just a little ahead of it. So 2-2 the count on Urahara, 1 out. She catches a piece of this one, pops it up. It's going foul. Trying to come in and catch it is Manzanares from first base. And right there, kind of just right in front of the dugout for Lovington. Can't hang on to it.
And I said it in game 1, 2 hands, 2 hands, 2 hands. I know it's a little hard to do when you're laying out for it, but if possible, you always want to use 2 hands. That was drilled into me, can you tell, as a player?
Right. She was actually, I think, worried about the fence as well. She knew she was getting close to that fence, looking up, looking forward, looking up, and just didn't work. And there's a pass ball. It's, again, a wild pitch. Gets past Hernandez at the plate, but it bounced back so quickly that McCraw really, he kept the runner on because it didn't get hung up. It bounced back, and the catcher was able to scramble and get that out. So this pitch comes in, and it's going to be ball 4 for a walk. And Daphne Urahara is going to take first base. But Lovington has put 4 across the plate so far, and they've got Olguin sitting there on third. So runners at the corners for Lovington, first and third. Number 14, Chloe Corral, your right fielder, at the plate. She popped out to the shortstop her first time up. So she is due. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Throw down to third, trying to get Olguin off base. Tubbs holds the glove on her, but she is deemed safe. So Olguin scrambling back, gets there safely.
And Reyes moves down to second.
But during that time, the courtesy runner for Urahara takes second, which was really the intent anyway, I think, for her to dance off, for Olguin to be over there dancing off the bag, daring her to throw.
Pardon me, I think that's Sanchez.
Sanchez is courtesy running for
number
Urahara.
18, yes.
All right, so Sanchez out on second, Olguin on third. This pitch comes in. It's in the dirt. Hernandez working hard behind the plate, trying to block that out. If it had gotten past her, the runner may have come home. 3-0 is your count now on Chloe Corral. This pitch comes in low and inside, and that's going to, and the throw down to third, trying to get Olguin back to the bag, goes past her, but luckily Hernandez at shortstop comes over, backing her up, just as you're supposed to do, backing up the throw, and Olguin keeps Olguin safe. So now they've loaded him up. Lovington has loaded him up on that walk, which is the third walk issued by Cannon. And runners first, second, and third, just 1 out. There is a force on any base. A double play is certainly possible here, depending on the kind of hit, if there indeed is a hit. And it looks like they're going to we may have a pitching change. It looks like the pitcher from the first game is going to come.
Looks like Casals is going to come in to pitch.
She's coming.
Game by Goddard, but she did strike out 4 in the ball game.
Did she have any walks?
Quite a few.
Okay.
I'll have to give me a moment, and I will check.
No, that's fine. I just didn't know if that meant that she didn't walk in. Frankly, not keeping the book, I couldn't think back to if she had walks or how many.
Yeah,
so.
It looks like a couple of walks
right.
in that first game.
Okay, so she's taken her warm-up pitches. We kept it right here. Kept the action right here as exciting second game. Lovington ahead in this one. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11-1.
Just 10-1.
10-1, sorry about that. Yeah, 10-1. That's right.
We had a think Avery's due, so.
Right.
So it may be 11-1 here momentarily. We certainly hope it is.
Right. Out. All right.
It'll be outside for ball 1.
Outside for ball 1. So I was doing a little cleanup on my book here. So Avery Marquez, top of the order, back up for Lovington. And the second ball comes in. It's going to be a little high for ball number 2. So 2-0 the count on Avery Marquez. She hit a single her last time up, and she grounded out to the shortstop her first time at bat. That one comes in. It's going to hit the corner, the outside corner, and right up at the letters for call, strike one. So 2-1 the count now on Marcus, your leadoff hitter. She plays center field for Lovington. Runners on every base for Lovington. And, a sharply hit ball, a line drive that's going to go out of play to the left over to the batting cages, or the pitching. I think that's probably the pitching.
Yeah, I think it bounced off the pitching net there.
Yeah, the bullpen. So 2-2 is your count. This one comes in, rolls in, a grounder, and that's going to bring the count full. 3-2 now on Marquez. It's a full count, bases loaded, only one out. And that's going to be a walk. So Marquez with a good eye, letting that one go. Walks, and that brings Olguin in from third, and it moves everybody else around. Pinch runner Sanchez for Urahara on third, Corral on second, and Marquez on first. And that was just a psychic a minute ago. Now it's 11 to 2. 11 to 1, not 2. 11 to 1 is your score. Lovington leading. First pitch is up on Leila Hernandez and fouled off to the left. Strike one. 0-1. Base is still loaded. A smack, a high fly ball coming under it. Could be trouble. Coming over all the way from second base, Lenatus grabbing that one right behind the bag with all kinds of company. Shortstop and center fielder also were in on that one, but she made the grab. So a high fly to second base for the second out, and that is going to bring up number 13, Angelina Corral, to the plate. Lovington has batted around. Corral started everything off with a solo homer in this at bat. She hits the first one she sees, but it fouls out of play off to the right for strike number one. Yep, that solo homer by Corral started off the at bat for Lovington, and they have managed to put three more on behind it. That's going to be just a little bit outside for ball number one.
And second time in the game they've batted around. But now you've got the bases loaded. You never want to leave the bases loaded, even when you're up by 10.
1-2 the count. Swing and a miss, and there's a little blooper. Oh, and really nice catch. I thought that was going to fall out there in shallow left field. Coming over to grab it and hang on to it. It's Hernandez from short, and that ends the at-bat for Lovington. So a little fly out to shortstop makes the third out. Not before Lovington's able to put 4 runs on the board. So we're going to go to the top of the third inning. 11-1 is your score. With Goddard coming up to bat will be more. Lovington Lady Cat softball here from Lovington on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth and city of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
And welcome back. In the bottom of the second inning, Lovington scored 4 runs on 4 hits. There was 1 error, 3 left on base. We go to the top of the third. Your score is 11-1. Lovington leading by 10. Goddard coming up to bat, and it is the very top of the lineup. Top of the lineup, number 3, Alexis Sandoval, the center fielder for Goddard up to bat. She hit a double her first time up, got stranded. First pitch is in, and it's going to be a ball. So 1-0 the count on Sandoval. She hit a double, got on base, and she ended up getting thrown out at third.
Yeah, doubled up.
For the final out of that at-bat. And strike number one. Nice fastball by Daphne Urahara on the mound for Lovington. She's had 2 strikeouts. She's issued 2 walks. Swing and a miss, a ground ball headed for short. Hernandez picks it up, throws on the run, and safe. So she beat out that Sandoval, able to beat out. It was well fielded, good throw. There was a stretch. It really was just. She just was too quick. Sandoval beat it out for an infield single.
No, she's not the leadoff hitter for nothing. I mean, she
right.
does have good speed, and it would have taken a really good throw from Hernandez, a perfect throw,
right.
really. It was a good throw. It would have taken a perfect throw.
It would have taken a stronger throw, one that got there a little faster because it was on target and contact by the first baseman. Just didn't get there in time. Alexia Carrasco is at the plate. And strike one on her. Number 13, Carrasco, your designated player for Goddard, up. She struck out her first time in this game. So runner on first, no outs. Owen won the count. Stroh's bunt. Oh, and it hits her, and she should be out because it hit her.
I think it calls foul before it hit her. So
it hit her. I mean, she was out of the box when it bounced up and hit her. Normally, if he hadn't called it foul already, then she would be out.
Yeah, I think she bunted it down into the
plate, and
so.
It bounced up.
Mm-hmm.
So he calls that a foul, and that just becomes the second strike. So 0-2 is the count. And that is going to be just a little too high and outside as the ump gave it a good look. He leaned into it. Carrasco letting that go. She also kind of leaned on that. 1-2 is the count. No outs, runner on first. Lovington well ahead in this one, but they don't want to let up on Goddard. They want to try to get these outs as quickly and efficiently as possible. DePorto throwing down to first, and Sandoval dives back for the bag, gets there in time. So 2-2 the count. That was a ball that came in before the throw. 2-2 on Carrasco. Runner on first. Lovington definitely does not want to open the door for a big at-bat for Goddard. And there's going to be a grounder. Bell knocks it down and makes the throw as much as she can. The throw actually comes by is Hernandez at shortstop. So Bell knocked it down. Hernandez at short picked it up, threw over to second, trying to get the lead runner Sandoval. But again, that throw not in time.
Yeah, if that one's fielded cleanly by Bell or by Hernandez,
it's a double play.
It's a double
probably
play
a double
potential. So it is. It
right.
is though, because Bell knocked it down and it
will be an E5.
It
will be, and it's tough to have to write that down, but it is an E5 technically in the books. And that brings up number 2, Juliet Hernandez, the catcher, to the plate. So with runners safely on first and second, still no outs, Lovington really needs to bear down here because this has the makings of a breakout at bat for Goddard, and they don't want to see that. And that ball comes in, and it's also a ball. So, yeah, it's 1-1. The count is even on Hernandez. Runners on first and second. Carrasco reached on the error. Pitch comes in. It's going to be outside for ball number 2. Daphne Urahara on the mound in this second game. Her sister Lainey pitched the first, got the win. Runners on first and second in scoring position for Goddard. Lovington would like to start getting them out. High fly ball coming under it is Marquez. She's gauging it, catches it, makes the throw. After the tag up, good throw in to second base, and that's going to limit it. It's going to be a sac fly. Really, it doesn't bring a run in, but it does move a runner as Sandoval moves to third, and Carrasco has to stick it out on first. Yep. Runners at the corners now. Sandoval on third, Carrasco on first. Hernandez flies out to Marquez in center field
and
for
Marquez
the first out.
Using 2 hands.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, she reaches up over her head, gets it, hangs on to it, and then makes a good throw into second. Brings up number 7, Alyssa Linares, to the plate. She shows bunt, then pulls the bat back, and it is going to move the runner. So Carrasco stealing that base. So runners at second and third now, and that was a strike, though, on Lenatus. She showed bunt, left the bat down. 0-1, runners at second and third, 1 out now. This pitch comes in. It's going to be a strike, 1-1.
Yeah,
a little bit low ball. Okay, well, sorry about that.
Yeah, 1-1.
1-1, but
it
was I thought it was just at the knees, maybe enough to make it a strike. Wishful thinking. And fouled back to the screen as Lenatus a little bit in front of that one.
I will say that last pitch looked pretty good from up here. I was like you. I was like, ooh, that one's... And a lot of the Lovington faithful were thinking the same thing, too.
Sometimes when they're close, it could go either way. 1-2 is the count now on Lenatus. Runners on second and third, 1 out. And she catches the end of this one's pop up, heading under. It's Olguin to grab it and hang on to it. So Olguin has caught several pops in foul territory today in the last game and now in this one. So second out, and importantly, it keeps the runners on base. So runners still at second and third. Nobody advances. 2 outs, brings up number 15, Andrea Manzanares, the first baseman for Goddard, to the plate. She popped out to, in fact, Olguin, her first time up. First pitch is in, and it's a ball. 1-0 on Manzanares. Runners at second and third. Sandoval out on third. Carrasco on second. Sandoval had an infield single. Carrasco reached on an error. And a grounder to second base as Lovington able to pick that up out there on second base and make the throw over. So 4-3 for the third out as Goddard threatens but does not get a run in their bat in the top of the third inning. So the score remains 11-1. We're going to go to the bottom of the third with Lovington coming up to bat, and we will be back with more Lady Cat softball here in Lovington on HobbsAmerica.com and Lovington Sports YouTube.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, "Good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you."
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Welcome back. In the bottom of the second inning, is it just 2? It feels so long, right?
Top of the third.
Top of the third now, but
no,
in
bottom
that,
of the third
in
now.
bottom of the third now. In that top of the third inning, Goddard sent 5 up and 3 down. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on base. They threaten but don't manage to increase. So the score remains 11-1 here as we go to the bottom of the third. And coming up to bat, Alexa Bell, number 77, your third baseman for Lovington. Yeah, it feels like we've played 4 innings already for somehow, and a long at-bats will do that to you.
I was going to say, with 12 runs on the board.
Yeah, and Lovington has had 2 very long at-bats, and I've had to change, the
scorebook has getting messed up.
Yeah,
you don't mind it when it's us so much, but
it's changing the inning designations here. So we are in the bottom of the third. Lovington with the 10-run lead, 11-1. They'd like to increase that. First pitch comes in to Bell. It's low for ball number 1. And that is Casals back on the mound. She came in relief of Cannon, who started this game. Casals pitched the first game. Took the loss for Goddard. Second pitch, high for ball number 2. It looked like Casals just lost control of that a little bit as it left her hand. Might have even hit her hip on the way around. And swinging a foul ball as Bell pulls that one all the way to left. Out of play over there beyond the dugout for Goddard. So one of the assistants going to go chase that out of the net and throw that back in. We're here, the beginning of this at-bat for Lovington in the bottom of the third inning. They lead 11-1. Alexa Bell starting things off for Lovington. She walked her last time and crossed the plate. She hit a double, an RBI double, her first time at bat and crossed the plate. And that is going to hit her.
Yeah, I think it was just ball 4.
Just ball 4. Yeah, I thought it. I looked up just as it looked like it might have hit her, but I guess it didn't. So ball 4, she works the walk. That's the first walk issued by
Casals.
By Casals, yes, it is. First walk by Casals. But there had been 4 walks that were issued by the starting pitcher Cannon before that. So Bell is going to have a courtesy runner for her at first.
I believe that's Quiroga over there.
So Quiroga is going to be on first. Sienna DePorto, your catcher, coming to the plate. She had 2 RBI.
2-run homer last time.
Yeah, 2-run homer, 2 RBI homer.
She also had an RBI and a single in the first.
She did. An RBI single her first time at bat. She hits the first pitch she sees. It's a grounder, a hot shot between short and third. It's going to go out and be fielded well by Roy Ball. She shuts it down, throws it in. But that's going to move the courtesy run Quiroga over to second and DePorto to first. And she will have a courtesy runner for her as well. So a nice single. DePorto 3 for 3 in this game so far with 3 RBI.
I believe that's Reyes, courtesy running for DePorto.
So Reyes on first. Thank you. First pitch is into Annalie Chavarria. It's a little bit low for ball number 1. Chavarria hit a single her last time up and ended up getting thrown out. That's going to come in. A little sizzle in the glove on that one.
But outside, I guess. Ball 2.
Ball 2. Yeah, I kept waiting for the ump to indicate one way or the other. But 2-0, the count on Chavarria. Third pitch is going to be inside for ball number 3. Chavarria had a 2 RBI single her first time up at bat. So she's also 2 for 2. 3-0 the count on her. Runners at first and second. This one, I guess, that strike, I was going to say, it looked like it hit the inside corner to me, and the ump finally calling it a strike for sure. So Casals throwing the strike when she needed to. And this one is a line drive between short and third, but picking that up, Roy Ball right there, making a nice throw in. I think a lot of times that might have scored a run, but it becomes a single for Chavarria.
Well, and I think, too, that Coach McCraw probably goes ahead and sends the runner over at third. But up by 10, nobody out.
Right.
I think he wants to keep the line moving, get a few more insurance runs on the board.
Right, not take a chance.
Yeah, doesn't want to take the chance at this point.
So conservative, and nothing wrong with that. So bases are loaded. That brings up number 9, Jocelyn Olguin, your first baseman, up to the plate. After a couple of nicely hit balls, putting runners on. So bases loaded, nobody out. Olguin hit a double her last time at bat and hit a single her first time up. She's also crossed the plate twice for Lovington this afternoon in this game. Oh, and got her on a changeup, but no harm.
Yeah, way
Just
out in front of that one.
Right, two strikes. It was not a strikeout, but 0-2 the count on Olguin. Feeling the pressure at the plate, knowing she's a capable hitter with bases loaded. She wants to hit. And that is not going to hit the corner. That's going to be just a little outside. Casals bringing some heat back over the plate, but not over the plate. A little outside. 1-2 the count. Olguin still got to be protecting the plate here, though. And she's way out in front of that one. So the count remains 1-2. Perfect opportunity, though, with nobody out and bases loaded for Lovington to add some runs. They are ahead in this one. It's 11-1, so they've got a 10-run lead. And that's going to be outside for ball number 2, as O'Gean does not offer to chase.
One thing it's really become more common probably the last 10 years in softball and in baseball too. Once they get to the 2-0 count, they just kind of start nibbling a lot of times, and I don't like that.
Or the 0-2 count, you mean?
Yeah, the ball,
yeah.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Right.
Oh,
and a call, strike 3, is going to send O'Gean back to the dugout, and that's out number 1. So call, strike. And Coach McCraw coming up, I don't know.
We're going to have a designated hitter.
Okay, designated hitter in place of Daphne Urahara.
So it'll be Celeste Barraza coming in to hit.
Celeste Barraza, thank you. I didn't have time to write the bench down for Lovington. So
Barraza going to hit, but I bet Daphne comes back in with softball having the unlimited substitution now.
Right, she can come back in and pitch. Right, she's the pitcher for Lovington. Yeah, and I've said it before, and I'll say it. I'm not a supporter. I'm not a fan of this unlimited substitution where girls go in and combat and then pull. It's just that's just my preference. All right, first pitch is in. It's going to be outside for ball number 1. I see the reasons for it and for supporting that, but I'm still enough of a purist that I think that you don't do that.
And that hit her. How did it not hit her?
I don't know. I don't know. She definitely it was inside, way inside and low, but it just becomes ball 2. So 2-0 on Celeste, and she does swing at that one. So a changeup by Casaus gets her to chase. And I see what Coach McCraw is wanting to do. He's got enough of a lead. He wants to use some of his bench and get them up and get them some experience at the bat, and I do admire that. If you have the rule and you've got the capability of doing that, then if the rule allows it, then use it and use it to your advantage. So if the rule is going to exist, take advantage of it as a coach and give your players a chance. This pitch is going to come in, and that's going to be outside. So now we have a full count situation on her. Bases loaded, full count, 1 out. And in the dirt for a walk. So going to walk a run in, and that brings the courtesy runner for Bell across the plate. It moves everybody else around, and it's going to be full bases loaded. So bases loaded.
With an RP high on the walk.
Well, when you work the walk, that's you're working at the plate. Even if you don't end up hitting, it means you've worked the walk, and that's the reward. Fastball coming in across the plate. Chloe Corral nailed that one, but a little ahead of it, fouls it off to the left into the dugout. So strike number 1. 1 out, bases loaded. 12-1 is the score, with Lovington leading. Lovington at bat. Chloe Corral at the plate, your right fielder. She hits this one on the ground, a hard grounder, and Hernandez knocks it down and then picks it up and throws it not in time. So, again,
that's going to be an infield single.
That's going to be an infield single, not an error. She knocked it down. It did hit her glove. And then she picked it up and threw, but not in time to get Corral. So she has an RBI single and scores. The courtesy runner for DePorto moves Chavarria around, moves Urahara, or the courtesy runner for Urahara, and Corral sits on first. So bases loaded, 1 out, brings up top of the order Avery Marquez to the plate. Center fielder back in action as Goddard takes a little time out, and as the infield comes in support of Casaus, just bringing her in, saying, it's okay, let's just work for 1 out at a time. And that's what Goddard is going to try to do, is work 1 out at a time, get out of this at bat. Lovington's going to ride it as long as it lasts. And a foul back up on the I think it hit the roof. Hit the roof of the press box up here for strike number 1. So 0-1 on Marquez. Marquez had a walk her last time up. She also had a single and was thrown out her first time up. So she's 1 for 3. 0-1 the count. Bases are loaded. 1 out. And 2 runs have come across for Lovington in this at-bat so far.
Yeah, when you're Goddard or any team in this situation, you can't worry about the base runners anymore. It's just worry about what's at the plate.
Yep,
get one
out.
out of a time and try and get out of this as quickly as possible with as little damage being done.
That's going to be low. It is over the plate, but low for ball number 1, 1-1. I don't know what Hernandez was threatening about behind the plate. I mean, with bases loaded in this situation.
Maybe trying to get Chavarria dancing or not paying attention on third.
And it's a weakly hit ball. It's going to end up being snagged by Hernandez. She comes over. A nice play. Credit where credit's due, as it was over the head of Tubbs and Hernandez. I didn't think she had time to get to that ball, and she caught it going away, but it held it up, held it in her glove.
She's made a couple of those today going over towards third.
So a fly out to 6 for out number 2 brings number 5, Layla Hernandez, the shortstop for Lovington, to the plate. And she had a fly out her last time up. First pitch is going to be high and outside for ball 1. She had a fly out to the second baseman her last time up. She grounded out to shortstop her second time up. She had a single and crossed the plate the first time. This one, a little foul ball off to the left. Hernandez gives it a chase. Can't get there in time. Becomes strike number 1. 1-1 the count. 2 outs, bases loaded. Lovington scoring 2 so far. They'd like to add to that in this at-bat. They're 12 runs ahead of Goddard at this point here in the bottom of the third. And this one floats in outside for ball number 2, 2-1. Casaus got to be a little bit gassed. She pitched the entire first game. Came in relief in this one. That's going to be high for ball number 3. So 3-1 the count.
And if you're Lovington here, you want to just keep the line moving, but you want to keep making Casaus work too.
Sure. And a sharply hit ball, a long fly. Looks like it's going to hit between center and left. It hits the fence and bounces back. It's going to score 1. It's going to score 2. It's going to score 3. And
bases clearing triple.
That's right. Hernandez clears the bases and ends up on third. So she's got 3 RBI triple with that ball that was hit. Well hit. It went all the way out to the fence. Hit out there. Hit the fence. And then bounced out, and that's the game, because that is the rule.
15 after 3,
15-run rule after 3 innings, and this is in the bottom of the third. So that does it. That's the 15-run rule, and that is 16-1. Your final score, as Lovington puts this one away easily and early here, and wins both of these games against Goddard. So we'll be back to wrap this one up as Lovington wins the second game of a doubleheader. They're 2-0 in district now, and we'll be back to wrap this one here in Lovington on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, "Good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you."
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lovington softball as Lovington makes quick work in this second of a doubleheader here in Lovington. 16-1 your final score, and it's the 15-run rule after 3 innings. And in the bottom of the third, they achieve that 15-run lead. 16-1 final score, and Lovington did that on 16 runs on 15 hits. They left 5 on base. They commit 1 error. For Goddard in this game, they had 1 run on 3 hits. They left 4 on base, and they commit 3 errors. Their starting pitcher for Goddard was Cannon, and she'll take the loss as Casals came in relief. Casals pitching the first game in the doubleheader and losing that game. Daphne Urahara pitching for Lovington. She struck out 2 and walked 2 that I see that I marked down. And we have a homer. We had a 2 RBI home run by DePorto in this one, and a solo homer by Angelina Corral for Lovington. So they put on a slugfest today. You have some more stats for us, TJ?
Well, nothing more specific than that. Just 7 runs in the first, 4 in the second, 5 in the third. Very impressive offensive performance in game number 2. Very impressive in game 1 as well. 16 runs, so 32 combined runs in 2 games for the Lovington Lady Cats. They definitely came out swinging this afternoon.
Yeah, 16-9 was your score in the first game of this doubleheader this afternoon, and then 16-1 final score here. So they put on a very impressive display, very dominant. They also had solid fielding in both of these, showing good fundamentals, good fielding in both of these games. A couple blemishes here and there, but not very much to complain about, as solid at bat, solid in the field, and just a good day all around as Lovington is enjoying 2 big wins to start district, and that's how you want to start your district performance. We've got a lot of games to go, but starting 2-0 is a good way to do it, TJ.
Well, it certainly is. Of course, the Lovington Lady Cats will go 2-0 into their game against Portales on Tuesday afternoon, right back here at Lady Cat Field. So we'll be here for that one. I believe 4:30 is the first game on that one. You'll be on assignment, so I'll be covering that one on Tuesday.
Okay.
But
right.
Looking forward to that with Portales coming to town. Portales playing Artesia right now. Artesia, the number 1 team in the state. So that going on, I know, in Artesia today. So it may be a case of Lovington coming in at 2-0, and Portales coming in at 0-2 Tuesday.
Right. So good all the way around. Some good pitching also shown by the Urahara sisters. In the first game, it was Laney pitching that complete game, and then Daphne coming in, and she gets a short one, but that's you'll take it, and we'll take it, and that will wrap things up for us as we take it to the house this afternoon. Congratulations. Lovington is going to have a nice celebration, commemoration of their back-to-back state championships 20 years ago, and really nice. Good to see that they're doing that. They're also honoring some of the players from that team, from those teams and those championships championships here in the house. I say in the house, but on the field for this tribute as well. So it's nice to see that tribute and good to have that history and that heritage for Lovington softball, knowing that they've got a good foundation for the program, and that certainly hopefully inspires them to an even better performance in this season. And in district, they're off to a good start, 2-0, and we'll be back on Tuesday. You'll be here Tuesday with that game, TJ. So that's going to do it. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracles signing off, saying congratulations to the Lovington Lady Wildcats winning both of these games. The first one 16-7 or 16-9 rather. The second one 16-1. And thanks for watching and listening, everybody, on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Lovington Lady Cat Softball has been brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, the Lovington Schools, Bob's Thriftway, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, and Nowell Pharmacy.